Hey, welcome to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I know I'm a few minutes late. I'm 15 minutes late, but I just got out of class. I mean, literally just got out of class. So I jumped right on. But y'all seen the thumbnail. Adrien Broner is already mapping out next year, and his eyes is set on glory in the junior welterweight division. We're going to get into that and much more. But first, y'all know the drill. Let's turn to Hey, welcome to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T. And y'all seen the thumbnail. We're going to get into that and much more. But first, y'all know what I do at the top of my hour. We do a water check. And we talk about the importance of drinking water here at Boxing Fans Talk TV. We advocate that everybody drinks at least 100 ounces of water. I'm drinking my water right now. And I usually drink them in 8-ounce bottles. You know why? Because I know the type of person I am. I'm that ignorant ass that will open up a bottle of water, drink a couple of sips or half of it, like those 16.9 ounces of water, and then sit it down, come back to it later, thinking I'm going to come back to it later, and never do. When I tell you, we don't waste no water in this house, none. Our dogs drink bottled water. Nobody drinks tap water in this house. But anywho, I found it much easier for me. Maybe you'll find it easy for you if you drink 8-ounce bottles of water. Make sure your kids get it. You know, when we was coming up, we would go to our mom. We'd be like, I'm thirsty. Can I get some Kool-Aid? Because that's what we really wanted was some Kool-Aid. And she would like, drink some water. And she used to piss us off. But like, I want Kool-Aid. You know I want Kool-Aid. I wouldn't even be coming to you saying I'm thirsty because, you know, we could just get some tap water. Back then, we did drink out the tap. But, you know, that was her answer. Drink some water. I'd be like, damn it. But anyway, little did I know how important it was. I like to thank my mom for making us drink water. I think she was, I don't think she was on a health kick. But, you know, she know us. We have run through some Kool-Aid. So you can't make Kool-Aid fast enough. You make a 2-quart amount of Kool-Aid. Man, we've been drunk that up between me, my sister, and brother in 5-10 minutes. Drink some water. That's all I remember. But anyway, drink up, drink your water. I don't care what season it is. People don't only drink water in the summertime or when it's hot. You got to drink it winter, spring, summer, and fall. And we coming into winter. Yes, you can get dehydrated. You can. Thanks for that question. In the winter, like how can you get dehydrated in the winter? As long as you drinking water or drinking stuff that has liquid, and now you can get dehydrated when you don't drink water. Period. It don't matter what time of year it is, whether it's hot, cold. The temperature is irrelevant. You're supposed to just drink water. But we know that most people are not big water drinkers. So we say at least drink twice a day. At least first thing in the morning, before you get into your normal routine, before them toes hit the ground. And I mean, before you brush your teeth, before you comb your hair, before you wash your face and all that good stuff. Before you even make it to the bathroom, drink you 8 ounces of water. It should be sitting on your nightstand ready to go. Learn how to drink water at room temperature too. That's good. Like, you found a good thing if you could drink water at room temperature. At first, it's kind of awkward. It won't take long at all. I don't even think it would take a week to get used to drinking water at room temperature. But I prefer mine's cold. So I advocate that people get you a little mini fridge. You can get a cube shaped mini fridge. You can get a waist high mini fridge. It's not going to break your pockets as far as your electric bill is concerned. Trust me, I know. I'll be looking for stuff like that. But, I got a mini fridge in the room, and we don't ever have to trek downstairs to the kitchen. Plus, when you get down there, you know what you're going to do. You're going to pull out the leftovers. You're going to whip something up in the middle of the night. So why don't you just get you a little mini fridge or something? But either way, fridge or not, drink your water before your toes hit the ground first thing in the morning. If you think of your body as an engine and the water is the lube, so that's what you need. Also, at night before you go to bed, when you get out the shower, when you get out the tub, throw your pajamas on. You know what you're going to do. You're going to read a magazine. You're going to read an article in the book. I mean, in a passage in an article in a magazine, a passage in a book. Got it. Tongue tied. Or look at a 30-minute program, one or two of them on TV, or an hour program, before you drift out for the night. And the American Heart Association agrees that, drinking water around that time is good for your heart, especially eating the aspirin. Y'all heard me say that too. People who eat aspirins, like, I know that sounds crazy. My mom is one. And they say she got a heart like a 17-year-old. Of course, they said this 10 years ago, but if you knew how old my mama was, that's damn good. But I'll neglect her ass, her kids, that is. We ain't eat no damn aspirin every day. But, hey, some people can do it. Shout out to them. Eat a baby aspirin. They sell that over the counter, too. It ain't going to hurt you. It ain't going to hurt you at all. Something like 81 milligrams, it won't hurt you at all. Not even if you give it to a kid. But when you want I wouldn't say give it to your kids. I would say let your kids fully develop before you start introducing different things or whatever. And that age is 26, by the way. It's when you fully stop developing, period. Every adult. Brain is the last to develop. So anyway, go ahead and get fully developed and then get on the aspirin regimen. You'll thank yourself later in years to come. But at night, before you go to sleep, you want to get a deep sleep. You want to go through the 4 phases of sleep. And that's the only sleep that count, because you're going to do a lot of stuff going on, revamping, rebooting, recharging, recleaning, everything. You're making brand new cells by the thousands on the daily. Red blood cells, that is. And so you want to drink water, because water is a life sustainer. It helps things move along efficiently and in a timely manner. And that's the importance of drinking water to you. Plus, you want to make sure your kidneys are flush. Plus, you want to help move stuff and get things through the filtering system, the stuff that you intake, like, or consume that day. So water is very integral in your everyday life and everything. And the fun fact is you burn 900 to 1,000 calories per night sleep. You know what I'm saying? When you're in your deep sleep, where else can you do that? The average one of us is not doing that in the gym. So Let's get it together, y'all. So drink your water, water, water. Now we're gonna do a little housekeeping. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. If you already subscribed, don't touch that dial. You already locked in. Please hit the like and share when you're watching me on replay. And leave a comment because I do read them and I do listen. I'm probably set in my ways a little, but I am open-minded. So as long as you present something logically and rationally, I'm willing to hear it and take it on board and everything. So please, please, please lean on that leasy when you step into my heezy. In other words, hit the damn like button when you step into my square circle. Okay? And then another thing, if you have any questions about anything I've said in the past, in the present, and possibly in the future, you can hit me up at boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. That's boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. I do get back to you as quickly as I can. So hit me up and do take notice of my Cash App. It's on my screen. It's stationary. I was going to say it's running. It's on my screen, stationary on the right side. Boxing Fans Talk TV. That's Boxing Fans Talk TV. That's the Cash App. Everything you donate goes back into the channel. I want to thank you for the past Cash Apps, present and future Cash Apps. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is all appreciated. And just to let y'all know too, I come on between Monday and Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Unless something happened. Like today, class ran over. I just got out of class. But I'm here. I'm back. I'm here. So Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What it do, folks? What it do? So, like I said, this is the fall. You got college football, you got basketball season starting, and you got the NFL. So this is their season to shine. You know what I'm saying? Boxing kind of be taking a back seat. It's the slowest time of the year for boxing to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got it wrong. But, since I've been into boxing, it just seems like it's more dragged out and slower during the fall months, or whatever. But we bring you what we can. We ain't here to make up nothing to this, that, and the other. We do got controversial looming and hanging above boxing. There's a lot of power moves that have been made in the last couple of weeks. Like I told you guys about the WBA merging with the IBA. You guys, they are building an international boxing academy. That's an international boxing academy. And because it's called international, I'm assuming that it's going to be open to everybody across the globe, right? But they building it in the beautiful Uganda. Yes, they building it in Uganda. I don't want to butcher the name, so I ain't going to try. But it's one of the last traditional African monarchies. I want to say Bhutan. Oh, God, I don't want to do that. I cannot pronounce it. I have to try again. But it's a last one of the longest and last remaining African monarchies, and they were built. They sprung together, or this region came to be during medieval time periods, or the medieval age or whatever. But they say it's traditional there or whatever. So I bet you it's beautiful. But they're gonna build the International Boxing Academy. Now we have one in the States too, and I'm sure a lot of countries have them. But this is a $5 million project. It's slated to be built years ago. This is nothing new. It's new to me. But I said I will follow this WBA and IBA merger and see what comes out on the other side. So they're building this in Africa. They're going to be able to teach people how to be coaches, judges, all dealing with boxing and everything. Of course, the locals will probably get first dibs at, getting some tutelage in boxing. Also, you'll have people visiting there, I'm sure. They'll have tournaments there. How fun would that be to go on an amateur fight way down in Uganda? All I know is, Uganda's municipalities have donated about 10 acres of land to this project, and my first thought was colonization. I'm sorry, but that was my first thought. I'm like, God damn, you just really gonna open it up to colonization. I don't know how it's gonna be, but it's gonna be a lot of mixed babies over there. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, a lot of people got the wrong idea about Africa. Because I'm sure some people say International Boxing Academy. Why Africa? A lot of people got the wrong idea about Africa. Africa is beautiful. You hear me? And it is not poor and ran down. It's no more than any other country. You got your good parts and you got your bad parts. They just as modern and advanced as anywhere else, and the people are beautiful. So I think it's going to be a plus. I think it would be a great opportunity for any young amateur fighters that's coming up to get to visit there or compete there, or something, or even judges and trainers and all that to get to go over there. But it's going to be outfitted with classes. I mean, it's going to be a real academy, and they're going to have swimming pools and like gyms, and not just catered to boxing, but it's gonna be a whole athletic swinging. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a great idea. Well, it's gonna be great for that area, I guess. It's gonna be great for hopefully don't nothing corrupt comes out of it, because the IBA has had to sit their ass down, according to the IOC, and that's the International Olympic Committee. They had to sit them down for the corruption that they've been into for the last few years or whatever. We know that a couple of people, famous boxers that have gone on to have tremendous careers, better careers than they could have ever wished for, like Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather, and they was cheated in boxing too, in the amateurs. So the IOC is tired of the shit. They don't even know right now if there's going to be a boxing program for Americans to even compete in the Olympics come the year 2028. So good luck to them. I just wanted to give y'all that update first off the rip. But let's get into the topic at hand. So Adrien Broner is already mapping out his next year, and his eyes are set on glory, y'all. He's set on becoming the junior welterweight champion. And if you look at some clips of Adrien, he looks more happy. Now, a lot of us gonna say we'll believe it when we see it, because we know Adrien get in there and he don't let them hands go. And I gotta say, Adrien was one of my favorite fighters too. He definitely is the full package. He can fight. He has many talents. He is gifted. I can go on and on, but he destroys himself. And sometimes, as an athlete or entrepreneur or a daily worker or a student or something, you are your own worst enemy. And in Adrien Broner's case, he is the best person to exemplify that. Tank can be, exemplary of that too, a little bit. We still got hope out for him. Why do I say that? Because you can be out there getting in trouble, getting in a sticky situation where you got to stop what you're doing for your career and go handle stuff that shouldn't even be on the docket in your life. Tank going to court and getting in trouble like that shouldn't even be on the docket in his life. But I'm not here to bash Tank or nothing, but that's what I mean by you, your own worst enemy. And I hope he get through it. I hope he mature from here and all that. But when you're young, you do get into a lot of stuff. Now, we know, looking at AB, he was way too cocky, way too arrogant, way too conceited. And we was like, damn, dude, this dude gonna burn himself out. And he did. But he can redeem himself. Adrien Broner is like I was gonna say the little engine that could, but like that guy in boxing that you just want to make it. You want him to make it. You really do. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I don't watch AB fight, and I'd be like, "Oh my God, just throw your hands." Like I would love to bet on AB. I mean, I know he the goods, but he's living proof that you gotta have the mental capacity or the temperament to do this sport. It ain't something for everybody. It's not for everybody, and Adrien proves that. But what I like about him is right now he's happy. Now I don't have a heaven and hell to put nobody in. So every time Adrien step up to the bat, I'm gonna believe in him because I know he got it in him to do. But will he destroy himself on the process, or will he overcome him? And you know what? It could be simply motherfuckers giving you a raw deal or cheating you out of some shit or doing wrong by you. That could be the absolute reason why Adrien seemed like he just went on a derailment process for himself. AB was in the hospital. He seemed like he was high. I mean, he don't know what to say out his mouth. A lot of stuff. But he could have been just unhappy, at PBC. He could have actually been playing crazy. Country dumb. AB could have been. We gonna see, because he has a fight coming up in February. We don't know who he gonna fight, but we know he signed a 3-fight deal with BLK Prime. And we know that BLK Prime is kicking off with the Bud Crawford fight December 10th. 9 days away and counting. So Adrien, he is saying he's now ready for a title shot. I think he understands where he's better equipped to be at, which is 140. I believe Adrien Broner started off at 130. Y'all have me in the chat if he started off at 130 or just 135. I remember him more at 135. Then he seemed like he skipped around. He barely touched 140, then went to 147. I think for him, 140 was his tops. Now we know that Adrien can get big and big and big. I mean, you just look at the pappy. Not talking about his pappy, but I'm just saying we see that his father can get big, so quite naturally he can too. But just because you can get big don't mean it's good for you. He has a stature, his body is probably better suited at 140. I'm reminded of Conor being always trying to call Adrien out. If Adrien comes back and do really well on BLK and he show himself to be the old AB, I'm gonna say the joke was on us. Wouldn't y'all say that the joke was on us? Because there's a part of me that feel like Adrien was playing country dumb just to get out his contract with Al Hagen. I don't know. Do y'all think that? I be thinking that. But he got this fight coming up in February, and we don't know who it is. Now, I would say this. Y'all can say what you want about AB, but he fought everybody. You will never put Duck in his name. He fought everybody. He didn't hesitate. No purpose of hesitation or reservation. AB met challenges head on, even though he just didn't perform at his best. And that had something to do with his mental. But he could be a guy that if he's not mentally happy, all hell breaks loose all around him. He could be that type of guy. We can ask the question, is he still credible at this point in his career? I'm going to go with yes. He still has a name. He done took some L's, but some of that was his own doing, in my opinion. So I don't know. But do y'all think he has to prove himself? Because, some of the notable head figures in boxing feel like AB have to prove himself by beating a top 15 ranked person. But see, I don't even see AB like that. I see him meeting the challenge of a top 5. Since when did Adrien Broner reach way down in the bag to grab somebody out to fight? I don't ever remember him doing that. So, I mean, I don't know. Y'all tell me. But I think they're going to take him through a streaming process of filling him out just to see. And if BLK struck while the metal was hot, so be it. But at this point, I'm thinking Adrien played country dumb. But let me get some shout outs in here. The XO Factory is in the building. What's poppin', King? Says salute, Queen T. Martin King Boxing. He said, evening, Miss T. What it do? Reginald Peter said, hey, Miss T, what's poppin', King? And Martin King said he can redeem his career. I don't want to see one bowling alley party or not even a hood party flashing money. Or the AB, the building legendary King's respect from me will slip away, Miss T. I feel you. I'm hoping, Martin, that he won't be on that type of time because he is 33 now. I'm sure, I know he loves his kids, but I'm sure he was like, damn, what the fuck was I thinking? Because you remember, AB was popping them shits out. Well, he won't doing the work. We know who was doing the work. But y'all know what I mean. He was popping them in. He was putting the bun in the oven. Martin King said AB can fight Hank Lundy or the winner of Martin versus Lopez. That's a good step up at 140. But I don't see Martin. I don't think AB is going to be satisfied with somebody on that level. Because, you talking about Teofimo Lopez? Teofimo ain't no grand prize at 140. He just moving up beltless. He's a prospect. And then Hank Lundy shit after Bud. I don't know. I don't even know. I didn't even know if the nigga was still fighting. Reginald Peters said AB career is washed up. It only payday. I don't think so, Reginald, because if he gets what he wants, and he could get what he wants, he'll be a champion again. Martin King Boxing, Reginald, he 4 title holder champion. Yeah. I think he a 4th division champion at that too. I know he was a champion at 135. I think he was a champion at 140. And we know he was a champ. I think he was a champion at 147. But I think he started at 130. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I think AB was at 130 when he started. Our money is in the building. What's Papa King said, Miss T, what's going on with you? Just talking about this AB stuff. So I asked the question, do y'all still think he's credible? Because, see, I pondered that. I think AB is his own worst enemy. That's all. He probably have, like I say, he probably have to prove himself to the higher ups. He would be coming off a 24-month layoff. That's a fucking lot. But he been training off and on. Like I said, I think Adrien was playing country dumb. If he come in there and shine like he used to, then we know what was the problem. Al Heyman and the PVC. He 33 years old now. And his last fight was February 21st 2001. I'm sorry, not 2001, 2021. That was his last fight. He's 33 now. Broner claims he has always said that he wanted Regis once he got the belt. Now, that's the new talk. This is what made me bring the Broner news to the forefront of the channel today. Because Broner is adding Regis to his repertoire for his 3-fight deal with BLK Prime. Reginald said the dog in AB is gone. Too many tough wars. I don't know. Martin King said, oh, he was at 130, 135, 40, and 44. Laugh out loud. AB weight classes. He said AB got drinking champagne arms. Drinking champagne arms. You think so? He said pour out the little liquor for the homies. The Coke and beers took I guess you meant to say a toll. You know what I honestly think? To be honest, I don't think he ever was on drugs. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't think he ever did that. I think he made y'all think it. I think them hoes he was sleeping with. Probably, sorry. I don't know these ladies. The ladies he was sleeping with. I'm not talking about his wife or his baby mama. I'm just talking about the many women he was sleeping with. I think some of them were on drugs. That was their thing, and he could score for them. But I don't think he was on drugs. I really think he was trying to get out his contract. And knowing AB, when he really secure, and he probably don't want to say nothing now. He probably want to wait until you see how BLK doing. And well, one thing we can say, BLK know how to pay a nigga. One thing we can say that BLK know how to pay a nigga. Matter of fact, make sure y'all go cop BLK Prime. Get that app. Go through your Roku and add it. It's $39.95. Make sure y'all get that fight. Don't sleep on it. I still been meaning to go back and look at Avanesian's past fights because everybody said they the damn bee's knees. Martin King said Joker's sleeping on BLK Prime. Let PBC money don't show up 2023. Laugh out loud. I sense a migration, Miss T. Oh, yeah. What you said? We had the great migration in the 20th century. This is about to be the great migration of the 21st century. They is getting out the South. They leaving Emerald City. They done pulled the curtains back on Wizard of Oz. Allen. They done pulled the curtains back on. Toto then got to the back and pulled that curtain back. And we finally seen, we answered the one question that's been plaguing us for years. Do this nigga really exist? Or is those stock photos? That's the question we answered. Yeah, the motherfucker really exists. Now, I don't mean to be talking about Al like that, but he do his fighters dirty, and I really don't respect that. He do. He do well for them too. He do some solid, but if you cannot satisfy 80% at least of your personnel, then you shouldn't have that many personnel. So I know people that probably went over their head. PBC claim to fame is that they got 200 fighters in their stable. They got so many fighters. They got some of everything. But you can't manage some of everything. And then you put them in these non-disclosure agreements, weirdo ass contracts. How are you doing right by these people? Every person has value. Every boxer. Whether you want to call them a tomato can or not, they have value. And that's how they should be treated. To some degree. But they not. And I think it's a travesty. Martin King said Al Heyman looking crazy. The wonderful Wizard of Oz. we come. He said AB had demons. I'm telling you, he was disgruntled. I don't want to put no money on it because AB didn't let me down before. I was going to say, nigga, I'll bet you. I don't want to put my money down on AB just yet. But I'm willing to bet in a figurative way of speaking not literally. But I'm willing to bet that AB was disgruntled. And all this time he been playing country dumb to get out his contract. And I think, the little outbursts here and there, the talking shit to Mayweather. And I think they was like, nigga, we still gonna need you stuck. And we're gonna dry you out. You're gonna need us before we need you. And 2 years is a long time in boxing. He hasn't fought in 24 months, y'all. That's 2 years. And I think they were trying to wait him out. And they probably said, man, this nigga ain't no more good, man. He all the way gone. And now look what he said. If you think that AB can't do it for BLK, he did it for PBC. Where were PBC without the many people that they had? One of them being Adrien Broner. You had Deontay Wilder, but you had Adrien Broner. You had Keith Thurman. These were some of your headliners when PBC got his bones in the business. These were your headliners. But as my brother, the active activists always say, at some point down the line, PBC broke the gentleman's agreement. Active activists always say they broke the gentleman's agreement. You stop caring about what the fans want. If you felt that was a winning strategy when you started your organization, why don't you stay with it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But apparently over time, they departed from that strategy and was just more interested in what they want instead of the fans. And this is why they fell off. Well, now people are jumping ship. Some people are. Why not go to BLK Prime if they're going to pay you straight up? Look, we've been saying that Terrence Crawford was going to get a bag. Now, to be clear, we keep saying that's $10 million. We don't know the exact amount because he said 8 figures. So we said at least $10 million. That's the least it could be. But it must be $10 million because he already got half of it already. So all the people that said he was lying, that he was going to get $10 million from BLK, what y'all say now? What about the people who said AB was lying? Because I remember AB said stuff. I want to say he was the first to say, to break more on the information. But he, in his true AB fashion, he was like talking about he rolling with them, he riding with them, and this, that, and the other. Well, if you don't believe AB can catapult BLK Prime, look what he did with PBC. He can. He's still young enough. Floyd Mayweather is the one that's 12 years older than him. I think Floyd is 45. AB's 33. Still young enough. His 3-fight deal is going to garner him $10 million. If he never had fell off with his mouth and behavior and shit, that 3-fight deal probably would have got him way more. If he'd have stayed on the trajectory, because AB, whether you like him or not, sells. He sells. He's a proven product. Proven. Bankable. You can take him to the bank. Whether he throw his hands or not, which is sad because we be sitting there like, I'm telling you, I'd have been so sad watching him like, nigga, please. Just throw your damn hands. Damn near crying in this bitch. Throw your motherfucking hands. And he won't do it. What the fuck is he doing? But one loss, it shouldn't be lingering in his mind this long. But he was a very hypersensitive or hyper active type person, and most people like that are very insecure, and it really could have rocked him to his core. But we gonna see. We gonna find out, because what we believe, and we don't know if it's true or not. Once BLK launched December 10th with Terrence Crawford, it's gonna be, I believe it's gonna be very successful. I really do believe. And it's launching everywhere. Not just the US, everywhere. Anybody into boxing couldn't afford this price. I know all us Americans prefer this price. We don't care who you talking about. Reginald said it's December 1, no press conference yet, Miss T. BL Prime is a flop. Based on what, Reginald? Funny. It's December 1st. The fight is 9 days away. Usually when a fight is on a Saturday, I'm assuming that, let me see, let me make sure. I'm assuming that December 10th is a Saturday, Reginald. I'm assuming. So let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Yep, December 10th is a Saturday. So do y'all see how Reginald just tried to pull a fast one on you? For no fucking reason. This one, I mean, they be in their mind. They be in their feelings. Reginald, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. He said it's December 1st. Yes. No press conference yet, Miss T. What that mean? BLK Prime is a flop. Based on what? First of all, if you fight on a Saturday, when usually do they do the final press conference? If you say Wednesday or Thursday, you will be correct. That means 2 or 3 days beforehand, you will be correct. Is today December 1st? Yes. Is that 2 or 3 days beforehand? No. So then he goes on to say, BLK Prime is a flop. Based on what information? And I promise you, Reginald will not be able to tell you what information. Matter of fact, Reginald, I have put the link in the chat. You're welcome to jump in there, or anybody else. But people like him, this is hating at its best. Y'all know Reginald, love Reginald, but this is hating at its best. To say that BLK is Prime is a flop, you don't know that. You don't know that. I don't know that. It would be one thing to say it on that Sunday morning after the fight, or maybe after midnight that night of the fight. But to say it some 10 days earlier or 9 days earlier, what you talking about, Willis? Reginald said PBC is running boxing. Now I know you delusional. We got Wilder and Tank and Charlo and Errol. I don't know how long you're going to have Tank. And what do Charlos do? Which Charlo? One of them don't even fight no more, as far as we can see. And the other one only fought once this year. And Errol is gone. He's somewhere in the damn snow. Errol is in Africa. What you talking about, Willis? What's up, Red?
Hey, Miss T.
What's going on? What did you talk about, bro?
Hey, I'm gonna give you this work tonight, Miss T, Miss Shorty. And let's start with Adrien Broner. I'm a big Adrien Broner fan, and an AB Hall of Famer career. But I think that Showtime was pushing him so hard to be the next Floyd. They threw him in there with some dogs like Madonna and these other tough fighters, man. And he lost what you call I guess what they call when you can't pull a trigger no more. And you
Yeah,
throw
he
that,
gunshot.
yeah, and I think his better days is over with, and I hope he do get paid and make a lot of money. But far as him being a world champion again, them days is over with, over. And I don't think just his name alone is not going to help Black Black Prime out, just like Crawford. Because if you want to be big, you got to fight on the zone. You got to fight on Top Rank, or you got to fight on PBC.
Hold
If
on,
you
hold
want
on,
to,
hold on, hold on. I'm gonna let you get it. I'm gonna let you get it. But I just have to ask you a question, Reginald. If you gonna say these things, what receipts? Can you explain or enlighten us that how you say those things? Like you can't just blankly say them because I don't see how that's true. You said in order for Crawford to be big, he have to fight on the zone or Showtime and the networks. Go ahead.
yeah, Top Rank. Everybody knows that Crawford, at least the boxing nerds like me, you, and everybody else know Bud is he's a generational talent. But as the casuals, they don't know how good Bud is. When they see him fighting, they be like, he's good. But if he's not fighting on a big network, put it this way, when he was with ESPN, they was pushing Lomo so much and throwed him on the back burner. They was promoting Tyson Fury so much and put Bud on the back burner, and that hurt his career. That hurt his career.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he can't get no exposure with Black Prime because it's a new company.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the last pay-per-view um out, they checks bounce. And I really think that this fight is gonna go flat just off of the last app that supposedly put in all his money, and the fighter said he went to the bank, man, and a check bounced.
Well, hold on,
And
hold on. Let me intercede. So he's talking about, for y'all that's listening, he's talking about Marv Nation, who won the bid for $2.4 million, but they won that bid without a network, and they were having problems way before, like leading up to the fight that was threatening the fight even being put on. So their fuck up doesn't generate nobody else's emergency, but BLK has done their business different. They have a streaming app ready to go. They have a venue and a date ready to go. All of these things were not privy to the public as per Mob Nation leading up to the Regis Prograis fight. No promotion or nothing. This is not the problem with BLK. And I don't know why that check bounced, but you do know that when if y'all didn't know, the fighters have to when promoters put together a fight and they promise a person a purse, they have to put it in escrow. Where even the promoter can't touch it. The only person that's going to be able to touch it is the fighter. That has already happened. Terrence Crawford got half of it already. So continue.
you know what? I don't believe that. I think all that's cap. I
How
don't
you
believe
how do you not believe it? There's proof of it. I ain't gonna tell
what
you to hunt it down. Everybody knows it. Even the Terrence Crawford hating channels have
I don't
gone ahead and capitulated to that. That's
I
true,
don't
Reginald.
I don't if like I said, me and you, like I said, we kind of know a little bit about boxing business. And most times it's the 10% that the fighters get. And the rest is put in what you call an escrow account. That's mean the promoter can't touch it
Mm-hmm.
and Terrence Crawford can't touch it until after the tickets are sold, until they got into the ring, it said
Mm-hmm.
ding. And then after he fight, and then boom, he passed the drug test. Boom, then he get his money. That's why when Mike Tyson bid Evander Holyfield, he got fined like $4 million because they kept his purse. You know
Well,
what I'm
hold on, hold
saying?
on, hold on. But listen, you don't think that Terrence Crawford is smart enough to ensure that his money is in escrow?
Yeah, I think he's smart enough, but I'm saying his caps. I don't believe they
But the
paid him
money is
fine.
in escrow. That's proven.
I I
I don't
thought
know what to tell you. Terrence Crawford don't have to prove that to you. That is well known. You can go to
because
all his hating channels and they'll tell you the shit is true.
the
It's true.
math don't make sense, Miss T.
It don't
Bob
have to make sense. What you
Bob
mean?
Arum Bob Arum never paid Terrence Crawford that much.
Bob
You know what
Arum
I'm
is not
saying?
Bob Arum is not
No,
BLK Prime.
but he was with ESPN.
But it don't matter.
ESPN got that
Listen,
money.
listen. They said for Terrence to leave Bob Arum, he did. And when he went to the so-called Emerald City, aka PBC,
There you go again. I'm gonna fuck
Emerald
you about
City.
that.
I'm just saying. He went to Emerald City, and Emerald City is supposed to, emeralds are the most precious stones on earth. There ain't no other stone above an emerald. And guess what? They couldn't even have no first bid. They didn't even have no purse for either fighter. So that means the bucket or the well was dry at Emerald City, but that doesn't mean
No,
that for other places. And by the way, Marv Nation paid Zapata. I don't know why Regis Prograis check bounced, but I think y'all that he fixed it. I'm not sure, but it did bounce.
but you know what? Let's leave the money. Let's leave the money out of this. Here it
Mhm.
is, fight week. You got 10 days for the events. You don't
Mhm.
got no teleprompter. You not promoting anything. You know what I'm saying?
But he is. I just showed you. I don't know. Okay, Martin King, I guess wanna holler at you, but I'm gonna put up the promo thing. He got commercials. I seen him. I guess if you didn't see him, I don't know what to tell you, Reginald, but
I don't.
I've seen
I
him.
don't. I mean,
They got a promo right there.
man, you could get together and throw something up for $2.50. You know
Come
what I'm
on,
saying?
shot
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I really believe that if this fight come out, okay, and then what? Where you going? Because all the fans is upset because you fighting this bum.
Well,
You
not
know what I'm
all of
saying?
them.
I mean, I guess you guys is the bisexuals, but okay, but after this fight, what's next? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
He's still, the negotiation hasn't closed as far as terms is concerned with Errol Spence. The Errol Spence and team said next year. So what is he doing this year that's affecting next year?
Know what the negotiation is? I don't know if it's coming or going, but Buff found out that Earl Spence is a big enough dog and big enough monster. You're not going to blow over and thinking, "Well, I got 4 belts and I'm in a Hall of Fame. I don't need Earl Spence." Yes, you do. Every time you turn around, you on Twitter calling me broke and bitter, which I'm not. I got a check coming in for the rest of my life.
Who?
And I was wanting to know why you
Who?
don't want to go in the ring and fight Earl Spence. But you
Well,
thought because you in the Hall of Fame and they put your gloves in gold, I don't need Earl. And guess what you do? Just
well,
like
I'm gonna let Martin handle that. Hold on, let Martin get a chance because I think he biting at the bits for you and him. I'm gonna fall back, but go ahead, Martin.
right, Marvin, you could get this work too.
Oh no, it's Mr. Reginald Peters. How you doing today, bud?
Uh, absolutely, but that's not my name. My name is the president and CEO of Earl Spence Fan Club
Mm,
LLC.
mm,
Wow, that's a lot of
mm.
title there. I kind of figured that you was a real seriously fan, a super fan. I call y'all super fans because the things that y'all come up with, the conspiracies and the instead of just being a fan, y'all turn it into something else. That's where the super come in at. So it's like
Mm.
you just can't believe what's in front of you. You know what I mean? And it's like I guess it ain't nothing bad with that, as long as you're a fan. But I feel like being a regular fan is cool than more than being a super fan. But yeah, to the topic though, yeah, the weigh-in usually happens. I was kind of wondering too, like why the weigh-in didn't happen. I mean, why didn't we have no like promotion yet of the fight? But when you think about it, Crawford has been real vocal these last 2 weeks, and now he's really like at the point where he's trending. You see what I'm saying? Like he's actually the face of the December, if you ask me, at this point. So that's kind of like what would you call a press? That would be like a press conference ahead of a press conference, I would think. You know, and then you
Salute,
get then it,
salute. Let me get some salute. Salute Dan, Tan in the building, and anybody else who came in. I'm just put y'all chest up there. Go ahead, Martin. I'm sorry.
no, that's fine because like I've just been kind of watching everything happen and transpire, and I did see a press conference today, and it was Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora, and that was a really well put together press conference. And guess what? It's like they fight in a couple of days, so it was kind of like she said, 3 or 4 days out. Reginald fan club, super fan club member. You know what I mean? How you doing today, son? Yeah, we having a good convo.
Reginald. Yeah, he did.
I like talking to these super fans because it's gonna just bring us close together. We're gonna all be like, okay, now we're gonna get Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford because we all talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what y'all? But now look. In the end of the day, like he see it his way. He not gonna believe it until the 10th. So I said, you know what? We probably just have to wait till the 10th. But I did step in to correct some things. He has had advertisement, right? Because I've seen it. I've seen the promos. I've seen him advertising in the little video clips. I just showed you one of the promos or whatever. So I mean, I don't know what to tell folks. It's $39.95. Make sure you take your Roku, add the BLK Prime, whatever. He made a point about we just had somebody get Regis. Well, Regis got Regis. Because now that's a meme, that's a thing, right? We don't I believe you guys that Regis has rectified the situation, or they have. But Marv Nation didn't have all their ducks in a row when they won the purse bid in the first place. And they didn't have his money in escrow and everything in the first place. So you already know what was gonna happen with that. Hold on.
Yeah, I saw an article though today, like saying like they apologized to him because they were saying like how it wasn't them, it was actually the bank that kind of made the mistake. But they basically wired him $100,000 just to kind of keep him content. But then they said he would be getting the rest of his money like real soon. So I'm assuming he got it already because he ain't complaining. So I'm pretty sure he got his money. It was just like a bank thing, like an over the weekend type bank thing.
I don't know, like there's a check. There's a check that said he deposited the check in, everything was fine. And this week, the bank wrote him back, I want to say Wednesday or Tuesday, whatever day he came out on this week and say the check bounced.
It's sufficient funds. Yeah, they were saying
that's crazy. Maybe they had the wrong bank account. We're gonna hope for the best, but I think he got paid. You can't. But look, that's a hell of a stuff happens. Because I don't think nobody gonna want them to be for a fight no more in the future, Marv Nation. But that don't mean that it's BLK Prime.
Yeah. Can you hear me closer when I talk with the thing near me? Because I just tried out this new Bluetooth. It seems like it's good. Okay, so this Bluetooth does work good. I like this thing.
Well, whatever you just did, you got some sound more crispy and clear.
Yeah, but I just brought it closer to me. Yep.
Now the panel is open. What do y'all think about this AB stuff?
As far as me, I think AB better days is behind him. He's the first ballot Hall of Famer. He's a hell of a fighter, like you said, Mister. He fought everybody, but he had like a lot of boxers. He had a lot of demons outside the ring, and I think the Madonna beat something out of him. He never been the same after the Madonna fight. And his confidence took a hit after that fight. Mm-hmm. His pride took a hit. And Adrien Broner was not the old Adrien Broner. When AB come in the ring, his dad brushing his hair, and that's the AB that I love. But after the Madonna fight, he's different now, man. You know what I'm saying? That happened a lot. It happened with Riddick Bowe after the Bull War, after the Bull Holyfield Wars. Once you get beat down like that, man, that's just a piece of you down the ring. And I think that's what happened to AB.
Q, what you think, Marty?
I mean, I'm just excited he's back, but I wasn't really too disappointed how his career ended. Like he said, the Madonna fight was a tough loss, but then he kind of had the Vargas fight. He had a few fights before the Vargas fight, And I was like so mad at AB, and then I finally gave up on him. Like, you know, meaning the Pacquiao fight and all of that. I'm like, man, how you gonna let Pacquiao beat you? Because I had that much respect for AB. So I kind of started dwindling away from him. Yeah.
He actually did well. I gotta give it to him in that Pacquiao fight. Better than a lot of people probably thought he would do. I mean, he in his mind, he said, I thought I won. It wasn't a big stretch for him to think that, though, in my opinion.
You know why, though? You know why, though? It was the lack of how, after the 4th or 5th round, I felt like he wasn't throwing his hands enough. You can't beat Pacquiao. You got to throw your hands. You can't, like, sit there and play with Pacquiao. Like,
I think Pacquiao. That would have made the difference.
2 your ass to death. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to throw your hands. You can't be sitting up there. They don't want to see that pretty shit. They want to see you fighting that motherfucker. You know?
Yeah, AB is a small guy, and I think his career was like 130, 135. He should have never fought at 147.
Yes,
you know, right away. Where he jumped right up there.
I agree.
But you know why he jumped right up there, though? He's from that Ohio. That big head. He had that big old head, that mentality head, that you the shit. They just thought he could beat everybody.
Right.
But you know, Adrien Broner is an anomaly. He kind of like see Keith Thurman. When we think about how they try to market, I like Captain Full G's wording, because I would say complexion for the protection, right? But he would say no marketing, and I like that because Keith Thurman is very marketable. I don't care how you slice it, dice it, whatever. I don't give a care what set you claim as far as the racial barriers go. All the racial barriers when it comes to women wouldn't mind taking a crack at Keith Thurman. I ain't gonna even lie. Like especially in his heyday, we looking at him like, you know what I'm saying? And then a lot of guys, he's so tough. He proved that he's tough. I know a lot of people like, man, this red nigga ain't gonna be able to, but he tough as hell. And he was the shit at one point in time. But he's marketable with that damn ponytail, looking like Steven Seagal in his young days. But then, good. AB don't have those qualities, but AB is exciting. He's curious.
Great point.
You know, he can't lose his. You never know what he gonna say out his mouth, and you waiting on pins and needles to hear what it's gonna be. And he can fight. He has the skills. And so those two men are the people that put PBC on the map. And look how PBC has treated them in the end. There wouldn't be no PBC without them two and a couple of other folks. But
that's not true, Miss P.
That is true. Come on, Reginald.
That's not true.
You know what though? I enjoy like how you said that. You know how it's like not about it's like the marketing instead of like how how you were saying that people were saying it before how AB was. It's more about marketing. So I look at like the David Morrells and I think to myself like how like you saying he appealed to you, like how he appealed to you like far as you know Keith Thurman looking good, but to to an American fan, they're gonna kind of look at like a David Morrell and say like, man, this guy got like that strong characteristic of him about himself. He talks well. And he can box, then that's marketable. You see what I'm saying? Like it ain't
Keith
about
Thurman
the
got a
gangster
list.
stuff no more.
He got a list. And it
almost
didn't even
definitely.
matter.
I like Keith Thurman. Yeah. But that's the thing. Keith Thurman's marketability wasn't really about gangster. It was more about like just a nice presence to everybody, wholesome kid who talk a lot of good shit, and people like that. So that's a good marketing for him.
He's a nice. I'm gonna keep it real. He's marketable because he's nice looking. Like the same, we can say that men can say that about men. I know y'all don't, and I'm not forcing y'all to. Women say it about women. Women say it about men. But like if you think about it, Marky Mark didn't make the Calvin Klein poster in New York for all them years with the underwear on because he was all right. He wasn't the best rapper at all.
But you're a woman's boxing fan. So you're a woman's boxing fan though. Like take a Shaquille O'Neal for instance. Like we look at him as a good marketable person because he can dunk, but he also got good humor. So it's a different and it's a positive humor.
Right.
Yeah, it's a positive
why
humor,
I would like him and the thing
we're not looking at the sex appeal, Miss P. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. We're not looking at the sex appeal. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, Miss P.
But y'all are listen, but y'all are when you talking about Alicia Baumgartner. Tell me you know.
Oh, Hell yeah.
Tell me you not.
I
Oh
love
Tell
her.
me you not.
I'm busted.
Yeah.
I'm busted. I'm
I
busted.
Yeah, you
love her.
busted like a motherfucker, Mark.
Yeah.
I'm busted.
And Clarissa
Yeah.
Shields.
All I could think about was them trunks. Well, not the less of a trunk. She also was cheeks when she was bouncing around him. I was like,
Uh-huh.
good God
She is
Almighty.
she is the great equalizer when men be getting on trying to pop their collar. I be like, wait
Right.
a minute,
Man.
King. Wait a minute, King. You know y'all be looking at that girl like, good God Almighty. But what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying
Oh yeah,
is,
I still remember her Christmas. She had the sombrero. She had the what you call that thing, the painter's hat, like the Picasso painters, like and then she had those long boots, that Christmas photo she did last Christmas. I still remember that, and she wasn't even showing anything, but she was
Right.
still sexy. You see what I'm saying? I was like, God damn.
look, I think
I
Reginald the
think
president of her fan club too.
yeah,
Yeah, you need to start
absolutely.
that. You need to start that
And
fan club quick, Reggie.
yeah, and Clarissa Shields.
The goat,
Look,
the goat, the
the
goat
goat,
gotta
the
have.
goat.
Well, she
Look,
always had us as fans, though. Let's keep it a buck. I
Yeah.
love that
now I'm
woman.
talking about y'all know what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about how you like, I'm imitating the dog with his tongue out.
Man,
Like
Bumgarner
for
can
me,
have
y'all might not agree with me, but that goddamn boo boo. What the
boo.
hell?
Sanicia
I think
Estrada, my favorite fighter. I like Sanicia Estrada. Besides Clarissa. Clarissa's the GOAT, but I like Sanicia Estrada. For some reason, I just love her, like the way she boxes for some reason. She be having like
my
those little Superman wings, Superman capes and shit. And she can box like a
yeah.
motherfucker, little chick.
Yeah, but like getting back to AB and Keith Thurman, they're marketable for two different reasons. They just are. Like the one they both can talk. They
Right.
both believe
Yeah.
in themselves. They both know they look good. I'm not that into Adrien Broner, but he feels he looks good. I'm not gonna say he don't. I'm gonna tell you what he do have that's very appealing. That fucking beard is sexy as hell. That beard, like how he grow the beard. Now,
Yeah.
I'm sure guys wouldn't say, "Oh, that beard is sexy," but they'd be like, "Man, your beard come in pretty nice. I wish my beard came in." Because it's a
Hell
lot of guys.
no.
There's a lot of guys out there that can't grow a full beard.
Yeah. I
No.
can, but everybody in my family can, I think.
Yeah. But far as Keith, people probably forgot how good Keith was. Keith was the welterweight champion behind Floyd when he was coming up through the ranks, and Keith was the man.
He
Keith was the
was.
absolute the man.
They both,
I
you
know
know
that's
what? And
right.
I actually thought, what if Keith and AB fought? Like that would have been a good ass fight, nigga. Even to this day, that sound good. But I'm happy that AB is at
They wasn't
140, and that's where he gonna, I guess, reside at for a while. But he been calling out Regis, and Regis couldn't have came at a better time now that Regis is a new WBC title holder. But people feel like AB got to get in line because you got Ramirez, Antoine Russell, Teofimo Lopez,
Yeah,
Ryan
yeah.
Garcia, and before he even give Broner a shot. But y'all
You
know
know
how
what
they
though?
go.
You know what though? I hate to burst your bubble, Miss T, but I don't think Antoine Russell's going to pan out like people think he's going to pan out now.
Yeah,
Like
I feel
you
you.
just gotta look at the rankings. Like the rankings are so ridiculous. You see the young boy they got out now called the Abdullah kid, Stanley. I think his name. Man, that kid is nasty on ESPN Top Rank. Man, they got some youngins
Abdullah.
over there, boy. And then you got
Well,
Tiger Johnson. There's just too many of them over there.
but you know
Yeah,
what?
140.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ron. I seen
Now you good.
I seen Antoine Russell last fight. He didn't look too good neither. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He didn't look because he was rushing it and he was making silly mistakes
It's all about the
and all that.
composure.
Yeah,
When you're
but I
there with
think,
another elite boxer, you gotta be composed. You gotta really know
but
what you're doing.
but you know what? They
Yeah.
dad passed within like a couple months. You know what I'm saying? That's fresh, and mentally he probably wasn't all the way there. And his
Yeah,
brothers has
rest in
had
peace.
training now. I
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
think
that
that
was a
was
lot.
more. I think that was more his father lost. Why he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? As sharp.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
they
imagine.
probably, because everybody grieve differently and all that. So ain't no telling how they try to forge through. But it's enough brothers. I love the fact that they men tight up in that family. I know the sisters is feeling like they way covered it. You know, like, man, I got all these damn brothers. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I think out of the three, Gary Russell is the most sound complete fighter out of the three. Mr. Gary Russell, that is. But I don't know how much time he got left.
Yeah. You know, it's funny that they not making that fight for the DMV area. You would think they would make like a Tank and Gary Russell for that area. That's kind of disrespectful.
They need to let one of us be a matchmaker. That's all. We'll turn boxing around on this, right?
I only can lead them to my comment section.
Exactly. Dan Tan saying Broner's biggest mistake is taking that step aside money instead of going for the rematch. What you talking about with Pacquiao? And then ATL Unanimous is in here. What's up, bro? He said, Queen T, what we cooking out, shawty? We talking about that old AB making a comeback. But I'm going to tell y'all going to hear it first. Y'all hear it first here. This was going to happen. If AB comes in there and he show out,
will be back soon.
I swear that dude was playing country dumb.
Open the door to strangers.
What is that sound in the background? Who is that?
Oh, that's my daughter's phone.
Yeah, look, she looking at what you call them things.
My daughter play Roblox. Roblox. She have her earphones in though.
Is that anime? Is that anime? What's called? Yeah, it must sound like. I knew
that's exactly what it
How
is.
the fuck I knew that? How the hell my child up in here loving on some anime? My neighbor's husband like anime. I'm like, anime one of them things is hit or miss. Either you like that shit or you don't care for it. I'm one of the people.
My daughter only play Roblox. That's all she'll play is Roblox.
Roblox. You know, that's the easiest Christmas gift too, because that's what we give out to all our friends with little kids. He go $10 card for Roblox.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. But watch, AB is going to if he shows out and we see a glimpse of the old AB, it's going what he was doing all along was playing crazy to get out this 360 deal with PBC, signing that non-disclosure act and all this stuff. I don't know how he did it, but when PBC
you know what, man? AB a real motherfucker though. He a real motherfucker if he got out of that though. Yeah, that's deep. He like the only person I've seen leave somebody without complaining so much. Like he didn't have to complain a lot, but he got out of it.
What you mean stop, Reginald? He got out that shit.
He got
those are 360 deals, Reginald. Those are 360 deals. You know that, right?
Al Hammond and Showtime fired his ass because they gave him one more shot to get ready for a bout, and they throwed all the marketing money behind him. He talked about, no, I need to go to the mental hospital. This like a week or two before the fight.
This and what I just said. He pretty much said.
He pretty much said, "Forget y'all people. I'm out of here."
That's what I just said. If he seems like he got his faculties together, which I think he do, he played country dumb on their ass, and he got out of his contract. And that's a smart move. You can't be mad at him. He hasn't fought. Think about it. He has not fought in 24 months.
They probably told him, you know what they probably told him. You know what they probably told him, Missy? They said, okay, so we're gonna give you most of this on the back end when you do fight this guy, Martin, whatever you was fighting. We're gonna give you like maybe 2% out of 100.
Yeah,
the rest you get on the back end.
You gonna invest back into PBC, and you gonna really see your money blow up. Yeah, right. Everybody investors of the PBC.
Now, this is the truth about Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner was packing them in. The ratings was great. And all of a sudden, he got problems outside the ring. And they throw him in there, and his ratings starting to drop. He hadn't looked good in years. AB have not looked like AB in years.
It could be. I'm telling you, it could be a reason.
Yeah,
you know what? You can't really say like that long ago, because I mean, we was 2019, maybe 2019, maybe 2020. He had 4 Jesse Vargas, I think, around then. So I mean, he was kind of just out. He was out the same as the rest of these motherfuckers. They wasn't fighting either. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. PBC last year they only had like 32% of their fighters fight in 2021. Reginald,
Yeah,
like that's crazy.
but look at this year. Spence fought once. Charlo fought once. Big Charlo didn't fight at all this year. Who else? Wilder fought once. I'm naming their top tier fighters. PBC is a relic of the past. Dan the Tan said they was a rematch clause when he fought Madonna. You mean my Donna?
I hope Reginald got ESPN Plus because I hope Reginald got ESPN Plus because he's gonna need it next year.
Yeah. He said
I'm not sure, but PBC got dates lined up from March all the way through May and September, and those was Mexican days.
No, they don't.
No, not yet. No, they don't.
Yeah,
they telling you they got that lined up.
They got the venue.
They got to get a budget. They got to get a budget, and they got to get a network deal. But
exactly,
where they network deal at?
If they're gonna get it, if it might be with Showtime.
Do you know what network this stuff is gonna be on?
The only thing they got to go for it is Showtime because Fox is gone. They don't got Fox, and Fox Showtime about to be gone.
Fox might be there.
Fox is gone, dog. Fox is gone. They don't got Fox. They lost Fox.
I don't believe that because if there's money to be made, it's going to be made.
Reginald,
you know how much many sports that Fox got? Fox got a lot of sports. Bro.
What has to be said to you, Reginald, or shown to you to
believe? Mexican ain't nothing to Fox. Listen, Mexican Holiday, David Benavidez versus Carnelo. You think our network don't want to pick that up?
Dude, it's not. You have to have a contract with the network.
No, answer my question, Shorty, like you used to do me.
Now, first of all, who is Carnelo? I know a Canelo, but I don't know
what I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
A network would want to pick them up.
Okay. Yes.
But how does that answer what I said? PBC is in danger of losing Showtime. What part of that don't you understand?
I don't believe that because
what I was going to say to them. I was going to say, look, Reginald, they're going to sign. They both going to sign the fight, right? But then we're going to be watching it out of a cardboard box because they don't have a network.
Canelo can always go to the zone. He can always go that route. Benavidez, if Benavidez is with PBC, how did Errol Spence say that? How did Errol Spence say that? PBC about to be a man with no land. That's exactly what they about to be.
I don't think that's true.
I don't wish that on nobody, but it's almost gonna happen because Floyd's fighting on Dazzling. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Really think about that. Like, why is he over there? Because you know why? Because Floyd got a lot of money invested in PBC, and he's the first person to get paid. And if he's not getting paid, he's gonna still go out there and get his money anywhere he can get it.
Floyd is angling, I believe, in the background to try to set that transition up. I said it weeks and weeks and weeks ago when you're hearing about the business of Showtime. Showtime is going to collapse in on itself with or without the boxing part. Whether they had the boxing or not, they already in trouble. So Paramount is about to scoop Showtime up. They have said it in writing. What they not sure is, are they going to continue the boxing program? Which for them,
I don't know if Reginald knows that part. Do we know that part?
I think he knows
Reginald, that. Know about all that?
That's been out there, Reginald.
But this is the part that I'm hot about. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why people want PBC to fall because all the great fighters are on there. Wilder, Earl. You know what I'm saying? You act like they don't have a job.
In all actuality, they not with PBC. They're signed to Al Heyman. It's not really PB is just the network or whatever they use, but the person that they're with,
the brand.
Al Heyman owns them. Like Al Heyman is the guy who they signed to. So that's the thing. He's not a promoter. He's just an advisor, but he's the one who dictates their careers, not the network.
Yeah, and see, he's gonna fuck them up because technically every fighter, you're right. I didn't think of it like that, Monte King. Every fighter under his banner should be able to still carry on. However, He doesn't do that. When
Nope,
you
he
think
doesn't do
Al
that.
Heyman is gonna go to ESPN and say, "Can you squeeze us in?" or the zone? Al
Exactly.
Heyman ain't gonna do that. He too proud for that. Remember what Earl
Exactly.
Smith said in 2018 or was it 19? He said, "I don't fight for ESPN. I don't fight for them. I never will." He said that shit like ESPN stole his bag of candy or something. And
He
Yeah,
sound like
what the
he
man.
fuck?
sound like
But
he sound like
this is
buckwheat. He sound like buckwheat a little bit.
Yeah,
He like
yeah.
alfalfa somebody and shit. He sound like
but
alfalfa
put it this
somebody.
way. Put it this way. PBC, and you got Showtime and PBC. You got PBC and Top Rank. Those are like GMC and Ford. If one of them collapse, it's gonna hurt the whole business. Whether you a Spence fan or a Bud fan, you need both companies to stay in business so we all can see the fights. I
But
don't want
this
PBC to crash and burn. You know
I
what I'm
would
saying?
I would go with you a little bit on that, Reginald, but this is where there's a hole in that story. Name me 15 top PBC fighters that get that work. You won't be able to, because he don't occupy them enough. He does
we
not
just
fight them
seen
enough. He
we
and
just
and I
seen
just
Jamal Charlo
yeah, they
begging
all fought once.
Bivol, begging.
Yes. They
Now we
But
begging
see
for
you,
now we
fights.
see the pound for pound boxer. He's begging Terrence Crawford. Like he's really like saying that he's an envy of Terrence Crawford. Jamel Charlo, my great boxer, I love him, but it's like you could tell he's like, well, he want to be trending like with because they
Yeah.
know that the well is drying up over there. They
Yeah.
gotta try to get in where they need to fit in at. They trying to make these
man,
rivals wherever they
they
have
got
to go because
they
they're
got
gonna probably jump ship too. When you think
they
about it,
got
they might jump ship.
they got fights dates already lined up. Plant
They
But
Benavidez.
they
don't. They
don't have a
don't.
network,
They
bro.
don't. I'm trying to tell you, dog.
You
You
tr-
cannot listen.
you
It's
trying to
not. It's
tell me
not
that our
against.
network
It's
ain't gonna
not
put that up?
against. Listen. It's not against the fighter. I'm not going against the fighter. I'm not even going against Al when I say this. I'm telling you, Showtime don't have no money, and Showtime is about to get restructured as per their boss, who is Paramount. And then you got CBS to own the whole thing, and then you got Disney on some kind of way Disney gonna come into effect with that.
Really?
Showtime, I mean PBC lost their contract with Fox. That's gone. They ain't getting it back no time soon. They in Showtime may be, I'll say 80% chance lose their ability to play anything boxing because Showtime is going to be on Paramount Plus. The Showtime channel itself, all those movies and all them shows, all of that's going to Paramount Plus. That's already set up, ready to
But
go.
that goes back to my original statement. I don't know why, Miss T, you want PBC to fall and fail. Don't make no sense.
Oh,
You
Why?
he
got
don't he
Why
don't
you
get it.
Wilder,
say?
He
you
don't
got
get
the
it yet
Charlo
too.
brothers,
Wait a
you
minute,
He
hold
got
don't
on,
really
but you
get
Wilder.
it.
gotta answer me this, Reginald. Why is it that you think I said I want them to fail? I didn't ever say I want them to fail. I'm telling you
Listen,
facts that's
okay,
going on.
let's say everything you say is true.
Mm-hmm.
You say everything is true. They
Mm-hmm.
don't got no network deal. Here it is,
Mm-hmm.
you got Wilder who people want to see, Charlo
Mm-hmm.
brothers who people want to see, Boots
Mm-hmm.
who people want to see, Keith
Mm-hmm.
Thurman people want to see.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you got that the Tower Inferno, Mexican people want to see him. Danny Garcia. You got a lot of people want to see these guys want to fight. They don't want to be on Black Prime on the app on some
Nobody
bootleg.
said they got to. You know who you gonna be. You should be mad at. Don't get mad at people who state the facts. Don't shoot the messengers.
No, no, because I'm
Point
thinking
your
your
venom.
facts
No, no,
wrong.
no. Point the venom towards Al and what's that dude? The Weasel. Y'all call him the Weasel.
Steve
Steven Espinosa.
Espinosa,
Y'all
the
point
Tim
your
Smith,
venom to them.
the
They
Tim
fucked
Smith,
it up.
the Goosen family.
Yeah.
I can name a few of them. Tom Browns. I can name a few
They
of
fucked it up. Not the
Nah,
fans, not the fighters. They fucked it
them.
up.
No.
nah,
If
I
you
don't
should be
think.
happy, we try to do the boxes a service because, like I said, I watched all 2021 where they only had 32% of 200 fighters fight, and Brandon Adams was a really good 154-pound
And
fighter.
then
They
that's
gave
a
him that
lie.
one
'Cause
fight with the
y'all,
Russians. They gave him that
Y'all
one
don't
fight with
know
the
nothing
Russian. He
about the
knocked the Russian
undercard.
out, and then he had a fight since.
You said what? What'd you say, Reginald?
Y'all don't hear nothing about the PBC undercard. Because that don't get broadcast. But those are PBC fighters getting paid on the undercard
Listen,
that don't make it to TV.
no,
So they do
listen.
Well,
fight.
we know what undercard
But
money
that's
is. Undercard
all
money is
undercards, no matter
$4,000.
where
It ain't a
you
lot of
go.
money.
Yeah,
It ain't a lot of money.
everybody does that. Top rank, the zone. You take the top 4, you put them on TV. Them other 10 fights don't go on TV.
Yeah,
You know, and that's
exactly.
just how it is, Shawty.
That's just the way it's been forever.
So, like I said, when Earl fight, he can fight on a major network. I put some money on that. When Wilder fight, he gonna fight on a major network. Charlo fight on a major network. Tank Davis, a major network. Unlike Bud, who ducked Earl Spence, gonna fight on some bootleg app in somebody's backyard, and they're gonna
Apps are the
use.
way to go now. We watch Netflix on the
See,
app. We watch ESPN on the app. We watch everything on the app now.
in a
You
couple
don't
of
think about
years,
it, but
he'll catch up. But
No.
listen,
Why you think the zone fair? Why you think the zone fair?
nobody is
the zone
denying.
ain't failed. The zone's still going
Zone.
strong, buddy. They
Yeah.
got Jasur. They got Jasur versus Dubose on the heavyweight card. They about to sell out
No.
the damn 90,000 people, bud.
Listen,
Where you
the
been
They
at,
zone,
bro?
they
the
they
I did a
zone
sell
video
in
didn't
on
the
it
make it
United
today,
here.
States.
bro.
The zone
They
didn't
sell
make it here. They went back over
exactly.
there and they still doing good. The zone, they just in jail here. All they did was move their headquarters. I didn't get rid of
Exactly.
my subscription. They still making it, and they
The
making it
zone's still
so
popping.
good that they
Now
able to
here,
start charging people pay-per-view. Like, that's a bold move for a company that's struggling. I know we're struggling, so we're gonna figure out some kind of way to charge you more. Because all the zone major fights before they start charging pay-per-view was for the free.
Yeah.
They was for the free.
Yeah.
And they could have grandfathered
Oh,
some
I'm sorry
people
about
in
that.
and some
My
shit.
bad too. It wasn't the zone. It's ESPN Plus, so I get to watch them
Mhm.
tomorrow night. My bad. Sorry about that. I'm just thinking
But
about the
what
card that they have. They have a big card though tomorrow. That Strada and Chocolito fight. So
Yeah,
zone's still
ESPN
going
Top Rank
strong.
always put on good cards and when they little. But where Top Rank dropped the ball with the app, then he was ahead of the game. He dropped the ball with the app because he did not make it user friendly, and he only used Terrence Crawford when he should
You
have
mean the
launched it.
pay-per-view app though?
Yeah,
The
the
regular
pay-per-view
ESPN
app.
Plus they got now. They got the
Right.
regular ESPN Plus now. But you're right, because when I went and bought that fight for $60-$70, that was it. Kind of like made you pay twice. It was weird, and I
You had
understood
to
why
pay for the
people did.
subscription.
Yeah, and it was $70 also. So it was like they
Right.
kind of it was weird how they did it, yo.
So why
I
did
think
why
Bob
did they have
purposely did that to him. I think Bob did that
yeah.
purposely to him. That
That's
was
why I
weird.
say
That was
it ain't
really
always
weird, man.
about the money. They bite their nose off to spite their face because that network is going to give Bob a budget. Bob is not always dipping in his pocket to come up with the money so he can spend money however he wants to. He wanted the control over Terrence Crawford, and the closer they got to the end of his contract, he knew he could look into his crystal ball and see that Terrence was not going to re-up with him. But Reginald,
You blame
nobody's
him?
trying to say, I don't blame him, but nobody's trying to say we want PBC to fail. I don't know why y'all be on their dick like y'all do PBC, because PBC is just a promotional company. I have never seen no fans be so into a promotional company like PBC fans.
No, they into the idea of a promotional company. It's Al Hamo is fucking up boxing.
It's the
He's
same
not letting
thing.
his fighters fight the people they need to fight because he wants to control every fucking thing and get his 20%. And he only got to put a little bit of money into it when he get those network deals. He gets 20% of their money,
It's
bro.
the same thing. It's
for
the same
doing
thing.
nothing.
It's the same thing when Don King was on top. He was a black man running a company. He had Tyson. He had Evander. He had Riddick Bowe or whoever, and we supported him. And that's
They
who
was
he
giving
is.
them the fights though.
But
We
he
didn't
was
care about
giving
them.
us the
We didn't care
fights.
about him beating. We didn't care about him beating them. But he was
Yeah.
still giving us the fight.
He was
See,
giving
y'all
us
caring
the
about
fight.
y'all thinking that fucking Al Hamo really care about these people. you're not caring about somebody if you give them a fight every 2 years and fucking up their legendary status. That's not caring. That's fucking up their career.
Heyman care about himself first, and you can see
exactly.
that he doesn't care about his fighters first. Because if he did, Errol Spence should have been making $10 million plus a fight.
Easy.
Should have been doing that, but he
the way they talk about him.
Do it.
Like I
right
told
after
you,
he came out, as soon as he came back from the car crash, they should have had like big bright letters. Our Savior's back, because that's how Texans feel about him.
Like I told you, Miss T, when somebody knock on your door at 4:00 in the morning with a duffel bag full of money, you don't ask questions. You open the back door, get your money, and you shut it. That's how Al Heyman work. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. See, that's the thing. That ain't good for us, though. That's not good for us, though, as fans.
And that's fine, Reginald, but that's why he failing today.
And you know what? And it's like, it's funny that that's supposed to be accepted. And then they wonder why ESPN Plus tried to call Al Heyman out, saying, look, I'll pull up over here to ESPN Plus. Because he was getting ready to try to run some off-brand shit that Terrence Crawford's not used to, because he's used to doing paperwork the correct way. But then if you got this type of shit going on, how is that beneficial to the regular boxing fan who just want to see these two guys fight?
So, and I'm going to ask you this question, Reginald. If PBC got the biggest stable of fighters, right? That's what y'all claim to fame. They got 200 in their stable. Do he do a solid for all his fighters? 90% of his fighters, 80% of his fighters, 70% of his fighters, 60%, and so forth and so on. Or what is this percentage? I'm willing to bet he does. I'm willing to bet he does something, not his all, but something for 20% of his fighter. What about the other 80%?
But you got to realize some of them guys didn't pan out. They was busts. You know what I'm saying?
They pan out. I gave you a definition.
No, let me finish.
I just gave you an example. Brandon Adams just beat a Russian. 18-18, no Russian. And we haven't seen him since after he knocked that Russian out. This was only a year ago. Where is he at? Why is he done? That's the guy who Jamal Charlo beat. But this dude go out and knock out an 18-18-0 Russian. And we haven't seen him since. That's not good. That's saying something.
Like I said,
that's supposed to be the person that helps Charlo's career. That's supposed to be the guy who's supposed to be still out in the light, so it helps Jamal Charlo's career. He just beat a Russian, 18-18-0, 18 knockouts. Sergey Bruachov, and we ain't seen Brandon Adams since. How does that help Jamal Charlo's career?
Hold on, Martin. Go ahead, Reginald.
Like I said, before I was rudely interrupted.
I'm sorry about that, bud. I'm sorry. Damn it. It's boxing talk stuff.
So Martin King was throwing them hooks and them jabs. Go ahead, Reginald.
Yeah, I felt like I was in the ring.
Yeah, no, it ain't no problem. But like I said, a lot of these boxers don't pan out. And the ones that we do know, we've been watching them for years. We've been watching Charlos and Waddles and Earls and Key for years. And that's a brand name. You know what I'm saying? And now Boots coming up through the ranks. And you got a couple other young guns coming up. And it's going to take time to build the marketing part of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? And that's what
he signed with Showtime. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
And that was the problem with Terrence Crawford, because De La Hoya left him, Floyd left him, everybody left Bob Arum and got filthy rich, but Bud stayed, and that's hurt his marketability and his pocketbook. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. So let's be clear when we say what we say. De La Hoya and Floyd left when they could leave. They didn't break no contract and just walked out. They left when they could leave. Floyd bought his way out the rest of his contract, and I'm assuming that De La Hoya did too. Bob has learned his lessons since then. He won't let nobody do that shit. Terrence had to ride it out till the contract was over. And as far as him staying there, Terrence is the highest paid welterweight thus far in this era. And the person who was paying him was Bob Arum. Even while shitting on him and talking about him like he's crazy, he still paid Terrence more than PBC paid Arum and anybody else paid anybody.
They don't want to hear that, though. They rather call him Top Rank Toby. Not you, Mr. Reginald. but the fan base, they would rather call him a name and discredit him because the white man said it. But they didn't understand like he had integrity when he left. And he probably wouldn't have left if he would have got him to fight. So he left because of breach of contract. Bob promising him the Spence fight. And of course we know Al didn't want to talk to Bob. So that's the thing. We could see the original mistake that happened, why the fight didn't get made. But we as fans sometimes we get too involved with these boxers. I try to sit back and just kind of look at it for what it is. But then when you see this much of the discrediting, you gotta force yourself to say, look, I'm gonna make sure that this guy's name don't go in vain. Because Terrence Crawford is a name that never should go in vain. You know what I mean?
But this is the problem that I don't want y'all to explain to me. You claim you want to fight Earl Spence, and you claim you want to fight Charlo. They were PBC. I don't know why you think that you can negotiate with PBC, and all of a sudden you want to negotiate with two fighters with PBC, but don't want to sign to them. It'd be easier for you to sign with PBC to get those two fights. Those
easier for who?
Well,
no. Hold on. I got this one, Martin. Easier for who? Easier for who? For Terrence or for PBC?
It's easier for both of them to be on the same team.
Okay, can you point to or tell me the law that we can go look up online that says in order to fight a person that belongs to any organization, you have to be signed with that said organization? Can you how is that customary, or is that the law? Because maybe I missed that one.
No, it's good business to sign with them.
It's good business.
Yes,
it's good business to sign non-disclosure agreements and 360 deals and have them fuck you over and don't pay you a purse. That's good business.
I don't believe all that hot wash hogging. I don't believe all that.
Earl Spence, would you believe it more if Earl Spence said that was true?
You know what? Why do they think the Watson brothers are there? Why do they think the Watson brothers are there and Sam Watson? They're there to be like the human resource department to make sure these fighters understand that they got trust. He don't want them looking at shit. He just wants them to know that they're loved. And that's what Sam Watson's there for, and that's what them twins are there for. To make sure the boxers content.
This the part that I like. Y'all keep trashing Al Heyman on one hand, but hollering at Deontay Wilder on the second hand, and that's Deontay Wilder boy. Deontay Wilder always gave it up to Al Heyman, but y'all want to trash Deontay Wilder boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you heard Deontay Wilder credibility.
Why do y'all care? Why do y'all care about the promoter? We care more about the fighter. I want Deontay to get paid. I want Earl to get paid. I want the Charlos to get paid. I don't give a fuck about Al and his PBC. That's what I'm saying. And if he's being fair and he's matchmaking the way the fans want, he will always have the money. You got what Tupac said, you got money for wars but can't feed the poor. Oh, you got money for Canelo, but you can't pay motherfucking Earl Spence or Bud Crawford a purse bill.
Canelo's the biggest star in
boxing. You know she right, buddy. How long we been waiting for these fights? Canelo walk up to the door. They just let him right on it. Come on in, Canelo.
Let him come in and take all their money in their coffers.
Have some coffee, Canelo. You like espresso?
That don't got shit to do with it. You don't have to pay him $50 million. He is a big star, but he just got his ass whipped by Bivol. You don't have to pay him. You don't have to pay him.
And I guarantee he will be he will be the 8th side if they ever fought again.
Well, that's why boxing has a problem.
It ain't no problem.
You saying A side?
They cater it to the wrong people. Yeah, they look at us as they treat us like pennies. They treat us like pennies, but they cater it to the wrong people.
If you have nothing to ascribe to, if you say, okay, I should be a winner, I should not be defeated, I should get me belts, I should be undisputed and unified, and do that thing, but then you don't get no rights and privileges, you don't get the bells and whistles because you or somebody else say somebody else is popular. Now,
But I
what
tell
kind
you
of
what,
world is that?
if you sign a contract and you got a lawyer and sign a contract and you still signed it, you a grown ass man. That's your decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
I'm not gonna say, oh, it's our hand and fight if they supposedly sign a bad deal.
You see how he
You,
just said that?
but like I said, supposedly, I think Al Haymon gave out good deals.
Oh no, the
And
fuck he don't if he ain't paying nobody, Reginald.
you see what type of
Where you
cars and
gonna work
houses they
at
live
where
in?
you don't get a purse? And then
That,
when somebody try to
Jamel
ask you
Charlo.
the
Yeah.
transparency, so now we got something we can
you know,
use as a guide. What just happened to Regis? What just happened to Regis? His check
Regis is
bounced.
out there.
But
He was out there almost butt naked. Yeah.
if he'd have made sure he could look in the books and saw him and caught that and be like, whoa, you supposed to put that in escrow. That's an easy catch. But Regis didn't catch that shit. So
Yeah,
he
because
didn't get paid.
he not schooled to that type of thing. He's just a regular local kid who boxes. He's an elite athlete though, but he's a local kid. He's not like into all of this business shit. He just want to get in the ring and fight, and that's what the problem is. And I don't think that see that's the thing. Like what he's talking about and what we hear every day in the echo chambers, they don't understand. Like it's really all about the interest of boxers being in the right system, whereas though they can have legendary status and they can also have a career. You see what I'm saying? You gotta
Ray
have the
New
right
Salters
people
is
around.
in the building. I see you can't. Oh, Ray New, this for you, Reginald. He said, man, shut your sensitivity ass up. Defending Al Heyman when Bob called him a cancer. And Bob did say that. Bob did say that.
Al Heyman changed the game of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know the history of PBC. Y'all don't
He
know the
sure
history.
did. He
And
sure did change the
I'm gonna give y'all the
boxing.
history of PBC, how PBC was born. It's gonna take like 2 minutes.
All right, go ahead.
All these great fighters were signed under Golden Boy. Every last one of them. But Oscar, what's not wrong being loyal to your Mexican heritage, was promoting his Mexican fighters over the black fighters. You know what I'm saying? These are facts. Al Heyman said, you know what? Fuck that. Y'all come roll with us. You know what I'm saying? And Al Heyman took all the good black fighters and he took some of the Mexican fighters. That's how PBC was born. Because Golden Boy, they would have did business right, or if Death Row would have did business right, all the great odds would have stayed on Death Row, wouldn't have been leaving. You know what I'm saying? In a nutshell,
You know what?
that's how PBC was born.
You gonna go there now?
I want to give him this. I want to give him this analogy. It's real quick. You know Ted Bundy? You ever heard of Ted Bundy?
Yeah.
I'm sure he was a beautiful motherfucking baby, won't he? He could have been a Gerber baby, but look what the fuck he turned out to be. Enough said.
Oh yeah.
Drop the mic on that one. Go
Man,
ahead.
what is that?
That means that he came into this world beautiful, Gerber looking. Because he's supposed to, I didn't think so, but he was supposed to be the bee's knees of white men back in the day. That's how he was catching all them hoes. But he became into the world a beautiful baby.
Ted Bundy was riding around dirty. He was riding around dirty, picking up girls and doing them dirty.
Look how he turned out. So I'm saying, PBC, I accept your answer, Reginald. Maybe that is how PBC was born. Maybe that's where y'all stuck. Are y'all stuck in 1997 or whatever year PBC came out? Y'all need to unstick yourself.
Yeah. It didn't blossom like we thought it would. It didn't blossom the way we thought it was going to blossom. And you're wrong. I was like PBC day one. I was LDBC. I was all of that crap. But guess what? We get out of that. We didn't get the post. Remember the first poster that they had, Reginald, with the with all of the great prospects on it, Danny Garcia. We watched them do all of that. Yeah. I thought all those guys was going to be pitted against each other. That's the idea I had for PBC, and they was going to turn into pay-per-view stars. But that didn't happen. It didn't pan out because everybody got greedy. It was all about the greed going on over there. They was getting the money from the oligarchs, but they wasn't putting the money back into what it's supposed to be putting into. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That's why I call it the cookie jar promotion.
Mistakes was made. But at
So
the
it's
end of
failed. It's a failed. It's
no,
a
see,
failed outing.
there you
Yeah,
go.
it's a
I don't know
failed
why
thing.
you guys want PBC to fail. It's not a
It's
failed
not. We
spring.
want to.
Cause we
If they
tired. We
don't
tired,
have
bro.
no,
We tired. We tired.
if they don't have a network, then how do you say they're successful?
The last time I checked, Espinosa, which is Showtime, you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying, down with PBC. And I don't know where this.
And look,
I'm
and
not, and I'm not
Espinosa
sure. I'm not
is
sure where
fighting
this
for
Fox
his job.
info.
He's fighting for his job. This has nothing to do with PBC exactly, but like he hung up. I don't know what happened to you, Shawty, but he fighting.
He
But
might. He might.
basically,
He might have
y'all,
just fell off.
yeah,
He
he
might have
might have
just fell
dropped
off.
out. They
You know,
fighting for
I try
their.
not
They
to
fighting
assume
for their
anything with these
job.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, I try
Reginald,
not to
bring to the
assume
show.
anything with anybody anymore. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like when you think about like how like it used to be, like everybody got all boisterous and they think they know it all. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
everything, but I know I can come to conclusions and say, look, man, this shit, like you said, it ain't been panning out. So like what's time? It's time to move on. Like I realized that thing was just there to make sure that we wasn't gonna get the events we got. It's
But
not giving us
this
the
what we
events we
do
wanted.
know. This what we do know. You gonna turn your cable TV on, and you gonna pull up where it used to be the Showtime channel at. Now it might even say Paramount right there, or
Yeah.
but it probably won't say Showtime. But Paramount is an app. Everything is an app now.
Exactly.
I've been at Paramount Plus, so all the movies that be premiering and coming on Showtime and the TV shows and all that be coming on Showtime, they're gonna
Yeah.
now be running on Paramount Plus. I don't have a date to give you. It's coming. That is
Exactly.
going to happen. No rain, snow,
Yep.
sleet, or hail. That's going to happen. What remains to be seen is if Paramount is going to decide whether they want to keep their boxing program. And the way it's looking, because of the metrics in the last 6 months, and if you break that 6 months up in two, the first part of that 6 months, bad numbers. The second part, worse numbers. And the way it's looking like, they're not going to continue the Showtime boxing. Now, what Showtime could do is, if they haven't done it already, but they'll still be sucked up by Paramount Plus. They could orchestrate and say, hey, we got a Showtime app where we can get boxing, and then just charge people, I don't know how much, a nominal fee, like, I don't know, $5-6 a month to have the Showtime app so that you can see the fights on Saturday. And maybe but then you got to build up a budget, because what Paramount is not going to do is give Showtime any more money for the
Bars.
boxing.
Exactly.
That's
you
not
hit it right.
me.
You hit it right on the nose, because I feel like they had $700,000 in debt, and I don't think nobody's going to give them any more money. So it's up to them to get an app if they want to survive. So Al Hammock fighters can have somewhere to build up their platform. And the app is what it's going to be.
That is not us hating on Showtime or PBC. It is
That's
what
just common sense.
it is. They did what did Ray News say? Let me repeat what he said. He said he done what he done, and now he's doing what he's doing. Point blank, period. They caused it. If Showtime boxing was so prosperous, they wouldn't be going anywhere. Remember how HBO fell off and Showtime was just soared. Remember there was a time when there was HBO and Showtime boxing. I was like, damn, I don't even remember like how often we was looking at TV. Was it Top Rank with HBO? I believe Top Rank.
Yeah, they love Bob. I think they love Bob at Top. Yeah.
And when HBO fell off, what the fuck Bob do? He went and found him a network.
Yep, and that was fucking ESPN.
Exactly. And HBO ain't going nowhere. They still on cable, but they don't do boxing no more. That's why I was trying to tell you, Reginald.
You made me turn on my Showtime just now to make sure it was still boxing on. I'm looking at the app right now because Showtime is an app. I'm looking at it right now.
They got
making sure that's still there. Well, yeah, I was because when you kind of scared me because I got Wi-Fi TV, so everything I got is an app off my Roku.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure boxing was still there because that's coming soon. It's not gonna be there no
And
more.
Fred from Barbershop been calling for this. I called him the other night, was laughing at him because he was taking his victory lap, banging his chest, talking about Captain Caveman, a bonga
For real?
bonga. Yeah, he was banging his chest because what he been saying was right. I've heard Fred say, I remember, like I don't remember the exact date, and I'm not trying to big up Fred, but I remember when he said, all that money y'all come in hand, y'all come into your hands.
Look, Miss T. I had to make sure it was still there. I had to make sure Showtime was still there.
oh, yeah, it's Showtime. Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, but Fred said, he said, look, y'all getting this money, y'all making $1 million paychecks. Why don't you go and put a card together and stream a fight for yourself and get all the profits?
Yeah.
Fred been saying that for a minute, y'all. I'm not bigging Fred up. I'm telling you what I heard. He been saying that shit for a minute. And I told Fred, when he do wrong, I don't praise him. A lot of times things I don't agree with Fred, I just don't say nothing. And I don't agree with everything Fred. Just because Fred say something to do, I'm not saying it like y'all should go do it. But in this, he was right. He said, take your money and go stream a fight, and all the profit will be yours. But look what Terrence doing. How we know that BLK ain't a subsidiary of Disney or, a subsidiary of Bally Sports? How we know? And if it is, Terrence Crawford just got rich. You know what I'm saying? He know what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. He's streaming it and cutting out the middleman. And guess what? He was able to make a fight in 48 hours when he streamed it and cut out the middleman. And
they want people to be docile and dumb. They want people to feel like they need them. Like that's the thing. If you don't have a name, just go with that. Like Terrence Crawford is a trendsetter. That's all he's doing is setting trends. Hopefully other people can catch up to it. Because I'm thinking Jermell Charlo's going to try to catch up to it eventually. Because he's
but Jermell Charlo projects. He projects a lot of his envy and jealousy or bias, whatever. Because he'll be like, "I'm a knockout artist." Well, your percentage ain't higher than Terrence. I'm undisputed. When you just made it, Terrence did it 5-6 years ago. I'm this, I'm that. You ain't your resume. Talk about your brother. You don't have to go no further than your own block. Talk about your brother who don't have nobody on his resume.
And you know what, Miss T, and just a short earlier, he was not that confident because with that first Castano fight, he didn't even seem like he was wanting to be undisputed. But now you see how proud of it is. He's like so proud now. You know the difference?
I had him winning barely in the first fight, but a lot of people had him losing.
That press conference would trip me out. He didn't even seem like he cared about undisputed. And then he went out there and he wasn't as hungry as he should have been. I'm glad they gave it a draw at least. But you see what I'm saying? Like, but then now he's undisputed, he want to act like he's proud. You see what I'm saying?
Now he act like he King Dingling. And Jermell Charlo, guess what? Hold on, Jermell Charlo. Guess what? We didn't know who Castano was until you fought him. Why you talking about Ndongo?
But I kind of knew though. But I know what you mean though. They wasn't really feeling Castano until Jermell Charlo felt something. I mean, for them. But like, yeah, it's crazy how the boxing fan thinks. I go by the rankings. That's what I do.
I don't like hypocrites. I don't like when people be hypocritical. Now him and Terrence Crawford can go back and forth because they potential opponents. But stop being hypocritical.
And it's looking like it's starting to shape up, and it's starting to seem like it's shaping up to be like a positive build up. It's not like a negative one. Like I kind of was impressed with Jermell Charlo standing in front of his trophy case of his lion plaque that he had up there, him like gloating. And then the fact is that he's comfortable at home. You know what I mean? He didn't seem angry. He just seemed like he was in character.
Because he finally got some accolades. And I ain't mad at him neither. Like I said, whatever he say about Terrence is all fair game. Whatever Terrence gonna say about him is all fair game. Terrence called him a damn cheerleader. He said he can't wait to shut him up. So we just have to wait and see. But Terrence said that Earl is harder to fight than Charlo. Go ahead, Reginald. I'm sorry.
the difference between Bud and Charlo is that everybody know nobody 154 could mess with Charlo. Bud can't say that. Bud can't say that.
Well,
That's the
why
difference
can't he?
between those two.
Well, why
Cause you
can't
got,
he's the
cause
lineal champion at 147. You do know that, right? You know
Earl
what
out
lineal
there.
means, right? That means the
You
man
know,
who beat the man.
Earl,
He has two ring
Earl,
belts. He has two ring
Earl
belts. The
Spence
ring
still
belt
out
means that
there.
you can go to the next division and fight the next guy
It,
because
it,
you
it
did
don't
everything in that
matter.
division.
You got a
It do,
Godzilla, you
but
still got to
we
fight.
just see the special effects of Earl Spence. We don't see the actual superstar yet. We see the special effects though, which are great. But that don't mean he did anything. He's accomplished 3 belts. That make you the girdle belt champion. You
Well,
got
hold on,
3
hold on.
girdle belts.
No, you know what? I can ask this, Reginald. What is Earl Spence at 154?
Earl Spence at 154.
Mm-hmm.
If him and his friend, which I don't think they're gonna fight because they got the same trainer, I'll probably go with a split decision to Earl Spence. But I don't
No,
think they're
no,
gonna
no.
fight.
What you should have did was kept it funky and kept it a buck and said the same shit that you just said about Bud about fucking Earl Spence. You are showing your bias.
No, I'm not.
You are, yes, you are, because whatever you just said about Bud, and I'm not arguing because Bud never been at 154. I can't say what he gonna be. I can say
No.
he ain't scared to go
You
there.
should say
But the
you
same
should
thing,
say
you
that
should
he's
say the
gonna beat
same thing.
everybody up there up. If he's your favorite boxer and you got him over Charlo, you're not supposed to put them in a friend category. You're supposed to say that he's gonna beat everybody up there.
You cut me up before I could finish my statement.
But go ahead, because you was already going down the wrong road. But go ahead, I'm
No,
sorry.
no.
Go
Just
ahead,
like
sir.
this between Charlo and Bud is everybody know it at 154, Charlo's the man. Bud can't say that because you got Earl Spence out there and you got Boots Ennis and you got Keith Thurman.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Now hold on. Let him say it. Let him say it.
Let me finish.
Let him say it, Martin King. Don't be
Let me
biased.
finish.
Don't
Let
be
me
biased.
finish.
But go ahead.
On the same, like I said, but Earl Spence, same way. He gotta be Bud, he gotta be Keith, and he gotta be Boots. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
That's
So
fair.
but Charlo 154, no question. He's the top dog. Take Devin Haney.
Fair. That's
Take
fair. Now
take
I know
Devin
that's
Haney.
not. But hold on. Answer the question when I asked you. I said when you told us emphatically Charlo is the man at 154. So Bud can't really say what he is at 154. That's Charlo land, right? Do
Right.
you mean
No
the
Spence,
same?
no
Is
Spence,
it
right?
the
You
same
mean
thing?
Spence, right?
Do you mean the same thing for Earl Spence? Yes or no?
If Spence move up to 154,
Yeah.
if he move up to 154, he got to be tested. He got to beat Lubin. He got to beat the Tower
Oh
Inferno.
my God, you're not
No,
hearing
no.
me.
So that means no. That means no, pretty much.
If Earl
He's
moves
not
up to
tested.
154,
He's not going to be the man there. He's not going to be the man there.
Yeah, we already got the man.
Okay.
Well,
maybe
who was the man that moved up from 140 to 147 then? Who was that man?
From 140 to 147?
Yes.
Terrence Crawford moved up from 140 being undisputed to 147.
And that's why he's on the pound for pound list. Ranked so high. He became a Ring Magazine lineal champion by beating the man.
That's just a cake and ice cream list. Everybody's wanting to put their favorite fighter.
The rankings are real, buddy. The rankings are real, buddy. The rankings are real. Jeff Horn beat Pacquiao, and you know Crawford would have knocked Pacquiao out too. Let's keep it a buck, so that makes him lineal champion. So if Jeff Horn and Pacquiao go the distance, and Jeff Horn beats, but Crawford demolished Jeff Horn, that means that Crawford would have did the same thing to Pacquiao. That makes him the lineal champion.
Well, the people say that's a good analogy, but they say we can't use the triangle offense or however they say the triangle.
I understand.
The thing because
the triangle.
It's different for different people. But what I will say is, in the case between Bud and Earl Spence moving up to 154, one of them has a beeline straight to the champion, which is Charlo. And one of them don't. Can you tell me which one that is?
That don't mean nothing, Miss. See, I don't know why you
Jeopardy
believe in that.
I'm gonna play the music.
That ain't gonna happen.
Why it don't mean nothing? 'Cause you say it don't mean nothing, or it don't
Cause,
mean nothing because it's in the books. It's in
Reggie.
the books.
cause
It's
number
in the
one,
book.
cause number one, there you gotta fight Earl Spence first. You ain't gonna get no
Dude,
upgrade or go to an
dude,
executive suite without
dude.
first sitting in first class. And you gotta be Earl
But
Spence first.
Reginald, let's get out our feelings and what we think and how we think it should be, and let's go by the rules. Terrence Crawford is the WBO super champion. That means he can drop that belt and go straight to Charlo. Skip the line and everything. Earl Spence don't have no maneuver like that. Not with the belts he got. He can't do it.
I could say this. I could say the same thing about Deontay Wilder fighting Fury for the fourth time when he come to the number one spot. You know what I'm saying?
No, you
And fight for a
cannot. You
belt.
cannot say. Well, listen. What I'm telling you is that's not the same thing. They both in one division. They ain't moving up or down. We talk about people moving from division to division. If you are the WBO super champion, according to their rules, you can skip the head of the line and go straight to the champion at the next highest weight class. That's
That
what
don't
that
mean
means.
that
It's
don't
their
mean
rule.
nothing.
You can feel how you feel. I can feel how I feel. This is not how Miss T feel. I'm telling you the rules, and you know it's the rules. You don't have to like it, Reginald. I get it.
Boxing is politics. That ain't gonna never happen.
Dude, it always happened. It has happened. What are you talking about?
That's like a four-leaf clover that ever happens.
Dude, that is not a four-leaf clover. People use it or they don't. If Bud don't want to use it, then it won't happen. If Bud want to use it, then it will happen.
But if that rule was so good, why Bud didn't go ahead and enforce it?
Because
You know what
Bud
I'm
is
saying?
trying to fight Spence right now.
Oh,
When
move the
he get to
goalposts
a
again.
point, when
Move the
he get to
goalposts
a
again.
point, when he gets to the no, I'm not. Bud is
Yes, you
fighting
will.
Spence. Bud is fighting
Move the
Spence right
goalposts
now.
again.
When he get to a point that he no longer wants to deal with the Spence thing and move up, he'll do it.
Miss
Well,
T
how
is
am I
level to
moving
this
the
game. It's level. You're not going to bypass Earl Spence at 150, at 147 and get a
Why?
shot at
Because
the
you said so.
154 title.
Why? Because you said so.
No, it's rules. It's levels to this
What
game,
rules?
man.
Yeah, tell us the rules. Where we find them at? Where
You
we
beat
find them
Earl
at?
Spence and you get a direct
Where
pass to Charlo.
No, nigga, where you get that rule from?
I'm proving to you right now.
Yeah,
Devin
bring the rule
Haney,
up.
Devin
Yeah,
Haney beat
no,
Composer.
don't
No,
tell me
let me
about
finish.
no.
See, you moving the goalposts again.
I'm not moving the goalposts because I
Yes,
know
you
all
is.
about
You don't
Devin
want to
Haney.
hear it.
It's
You don't
not
want to hear the
you
truth.
cannot say nothing about Devin Haney. Devin Haney was a WBC champ. He signed with Top Rank. He took a fight with Camboso only because Cambosos agreed to do it. If Cambosos never agreed to fight him, they wouldn't have had to fight. That ain't got shit to do with what we talking about here. You
It's the
said it was a
same
rule.
thing.
Point to the rule, Reginald. Enlighten us. Point to the rule. I can tell you go to the WBO manual and you will find the rule there. What rule are you talking about?
You talking about rules that people pay for rankings and people pay for title shots. You talking about rules? The corrupt WBA, the corrupt WBO, who's Bob Aaron back pocket. You
It
talking
don't
about
matter
those
how
rules?
you it don't matter how you
Can I say
feel.
something?
I got a branch to tell you,
Our
Miss
money
T.
just gave you an example. He used it when he came from 140 to 147. I do remember that Terrence Crawford went for a title shot in his first fight at 147.
Exactly. And you know who else did? And you know who else did that? And you know who else could have did that, but they didn't. But it was immediately though. Usyk did that to AJ. AJ had no choice but to fight Usyk because of the WBO. So it was a one fight in, and then he fought AJ because they have no choice.
Bob Arum hooked all that up. Y'all don't want to hear the
What
truth.
Bob Arum got to do with it? What Bob Arum got to do with it? I'm talking about Anthony Johnson. I'm talking about the rules.
Let me finish.
The rules, bro.
Let him finish.
Bob Arum put in cash money back to the WBO, and that automatically moved Terrence Crawford up. to get that shot out the welterweight.
So you said that Terrence Crawford had to be ranked number 1 before he can get that shot?
No,
That was a lie.
Bob Arum used his juice to get the WBO for Terrence Crawford.
No, how about Terrence Crawford used the rules? Terrence Crawford made a beeline because he was a champion. And he just went there. Now he could petition. Now what could have happened is somebody who was already at 147 who was ranked
If this rule was so good, one he enforced it. Then
let me finish. If when Terrence Crawford moved up to 147, he did make a beeline. But if the people that was already there wanted to say and protest, they could have. Now if Bob Arum did anything, he could have paid step aside to somebody who was next on the list. But because you don't directly at the time, Terrence Crawford wasn't a super champion. He was just a WBO champion. So he gets to go kind of like in the top 3. He gets head of line, like as far as that concerned. And he can petition the WBO. But the WBO have to give equal time in hearing the petition of 1, 2, and 3.
And where Manny Pacquiao run? Where did Manny Pacquiao run? He ran away from top rank. He went rolling out. He even left Bob damn near. Like when you think about it, and now Jeff Horn's there. What Crawford can get him because Bob don't know that dude that well. So now it's like Pacquiao couldn't do it.
Some killer. You act like Jeff Horn some killer.
Yo, dog. Everybody runs from Crawford. Why do you think this been going on for so long? Everybody runs the other way.
Crawford. Nobody ain't running for
Okay.
Crawford.
All right,
ain't
buddy.
nobody said that Jeff Horn was a killer. Jeff Horn had the belt. And before you say the belt don't matter, your boy Earl Spence wanted the belt too.
Yep. He didn't want Crawford, but he wanted the belt.
He was on tape saying, I'm ready to fight Jeff Horn. He's on tape saying that I my eyes did not deceive me or ears. And so we see that, but then Crawford gets the fight. But once Crawford got that WBO belt on his hands or on his waist, now the WBO is kryptonite. Earl don't want it.
Mr. Reginald Peters of the Super Fan Club of Earl Spence. I hope you have that on the table tomorrow at the coffee meeting. Tell your people that he wanted the WBO belt.
He didn't run. Like I said, Bud was negotiating with 3 people. Black Prime, he was negotiating with PBC and a third company. He had 3 people he was talking to.
What's the third company?
I forgot what it is, it's irrelevant. It was
the people that was going to give Earl Spencer half of his money so they can both fight. It was these people that was going to give Earl Spencer. That's what it was.
I just was saying 2. Don't say 3 companies and can't name the third. So you working with 2. He had 2 companies
but
he was negotiating with.
At the end of the day, Bud, once this fight over with, if it ever happened, we gonna see where Bud gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
What was your point? Go ahead and make your point. Like I understand that.
The point is, if this your rule was so concrete and so in the papers and so black and white, why he never enforce it? That's what I'm saying. He didn't even talk about this imaginary rule that you keep bringing up, Miss T.
It's not imaginary, but see, this is what I'm saying, Reginald. I have showed this on my show. I want to tell you with all due respect, it's not imaginary. It is an actual rule, number 1. Number 2, he did enforce it because he went from undisputed straight to a title fight, his very first fight at 147. So you have to facts. It don't matter how it happened. It don't matter if Bob Grease Palm, if that's the only way you can accept it, then that's the way you accept it. But what you also have to accept is that if you open the WBO manual, you're going to see that rule. I've seen it. I have showed it here. If y'all don't want to accept what you see it, it's the only one that got it. The other ones don't. So,
I never heard Terrence Crawford say, you know what, I'm going to force his rule on Charlo. I never heard that come out of his mouth in that one time.
That's why the lineal has so much importance. All of the writers are at ESPN and Top Rank. All of the boxing writers are there, so they know the history of the lineage.
Wait a minute, I don't understand what you mean when he said I've never heard Terrence Crawford said, "I'm gonna force this rule." Have you heard Terrence Crawford say, "After I beat Earl's ass, I'm coming to beat his cheerleader"? Have you heard that?
You could
Charlie?
skip Earl and go straight to Charlo if you really want that work by forcing
No, but
this
why would you do
imaginary
that?
rule.
We've seen the results of that though. He wants to complete his division because he's just starting to turn into a solid welterweight, which he already was. But you gotta understand like the process. Them guys were bigger over there. Crawford has the pedigree, but certain people can be bigger. Mainly they could possibly win a fight by roughing you up or doing something stupid because they do be boxing fucked up over at PBC. Let's keep it a buck. They do be messy when they box. They not like real boxers. But now Crawford is a solid welterweight. And he's ready to fight the biggest one they got over there. But he always wanted to fight him. But I'm just looking at it from the point of view where the fan might think that Earl Spence could have probably beat him back then. Because I thought Earl could beat him back then. But then I just watched the sport so much that I just realized that it's levels to boxing. And some people know how to box really good, and some people don't. You know what I mean? And Earl's a great boxer, but he's not the best. And
He the
we've
best
seen
at
it time and
147.
time again. No,
He the best
no.
at 147.
They need each other. We determine that once they fight. Once they fight, then everything can be determined.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna fight. To be honest with you,
Well, Earl gonna have to move up, and he gonna be missing out.
Yeah.
When Crawford's gonna still be
no.
able to
Let me
clean out
tell
that
y'all something.
division.
I said this the other day. Don't y'all find it mighty peculiar that Charlo got him another trainer? And everybody
Oh
was
yeah,
like, they're
you see
not
that?
paying
Yeah.
attention to that shit. See, I be looking at the in between shit. What is that sound, Shawty? She sound like she on the phone. Uh,
That's not me.
I don't mean that's his kid. He putting the phone to her. What I was saying was Charlo
I'm moving over Rome. I'm
he
moving over
got
Rome.
he has another coach. And I remember when he got it, and this was kind of around the Brian Castano time. I can't remember if it was after the first fight or before the first fight. And I remember saying to myself, why is you getting another coach? Because isn't that one of the things that they laugh at Terrence about he broke as a bitch? He got too many coaches, who he paying or whatever. Okay, so he gets another coach. And I was like, Charlotte, what you doing? I thought he left Derek James for a second. But then I said, no, he didn't leave Derek, but they worked together. But word on the street, I don't know how true it is that Derek James is very territorial. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's just, hey, my dog is territorial. You know what I'm saying? I can't bring another dude dog up in my house because my dog gonna piss on every fucking corner in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some people are territorial and some men, are very territorial, and that's cool. But that's what they say about Derek. So I was like, ooh, how that's gonna work? And then it seemed like it worked. You didn't hear nothing bad and no controversy or whatever. But I think Charlo is, to be honest, and I said this the other day, Jermell Charlo is very smart. He very smart. He moves. He's one of them people that know how to make decisions well ahead of time. And that's what's
Exactly.
smart about him, because he know that if Spence move up, he's going to fight him. That brotherhood shit is not gonna stop Spence from fighting him. It might have stopped Charlo from fighting Spence, but then Charlo's brother don't want to move up. So now you got a case where Spence is coming and fucking Charlo got a shit on the pot to get up. And so
All I know is one of them punk motherfuckers better fight Crawford. That's all I know.
he know that Derek James is going to choose Spence
Sorry, Miss C.
over Charlo. He knows that. And that's why he got him a veteran trainer. XO is in the building. What's poppin', King? What you got on?
Yo, Miss T, what's good with you?
What's good?
MKB in the
What's
building.
good? What's good? What's
Yeah,
good,
oh
man?
no, who that down there,
Exo
Reggie?
Factory.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes, sir.
that's Reggie now.
Oh
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
what
we
up?
just
What
here
up? What
chopping
up?
it up with Miss T.
that's all Reggie. That's all Reggie. No, Earl Session word there. Okay, okay. What's
Yeah.
going on, Reggie? No, that my boy. Reggie cool. Reggie cool.
Yeah,
Hey,
what
but
up,
you know
though?
what?
Fan club, fan club.
Ah. Hey, but you know what's so funny? What's so funny? And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna ever say one fighter is scared of another fighter, but my take on it is fighters see something in other fighters that they know is different. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean when I say that is, okay, Reginald, you said something earlier. You was like, oh, well, why don't you know what I'm saying? Bud activate. You know what I'm saying? Activate the WBO, Mando, and go up and fight Charlo. You know what I'm saying? My thing is with that is just like MKB was saying. You know what I'm saying? He want to complete the mission at 147, and then he gonna go ahead and do what he do. My thing is, why wasn't that same energy used back when the whole discussion happened in the meetup between Earl and Bud when Bud was like, "Whoa, I'm not on your list, right?" He was like, "Nah, you ain't on my list. I got Keith Thurman. He named off everybody, reeled off everybody else. But if it's scrap season, Bud got a scrap. Why not go and just whoop his ass and get him on out the way?" You know what I'm saying? But you got a plan. But you got a plan. It's a plan. You know what I'm saying? My thing is this plan that I'm talking. This plan. You know what I'm saying? So why wasn't that same energy used on Earl then? You know what I'm saying? Why wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I be getting confused a lot of the times when people let
Stop.
Earl slide. When they let Earl slide with it, y'all let him
Stop.
slide. But y'all, Reginald, y'all let him slide with that. I'm confused on how y'all let him do that. You know, he got his plan. What if he got his ass knocked out along the way, or got his ass whooped along the way? He didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He didn't.
He did.
But I'm just saying, what if he's you know what I'm saying? In a given time, in one, you know what I'm saying, one of them matches that he had, he could have got his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? And that whole plan would have
Anything's
been messed
possible.
up.
Anything's possible.
God and
Anything's
God
possible.
forbid, and God forbid with the
Right.
accident and the eye injury.
Well, the Ugas
Yep.
fight. Well, the Ugas fight. I'm trying to stay away from the accident, but I'm looking at the Ugas fight. The man almost fell out the ring. His equilibrium
Yeah.
was off. Like, you know what I mean?
Stop.
Like, that's 100%
Stop.
correct.
Stop. I'm gonna
All
put the
right,
I'm
that's
gonna
just
put
my
I'm gonna
opinion.
put the
That's just my
bed
opinion.
I'm gonna put to bed this meeting they had a couple years ago when they was in Nebraska. Everybody know that Terrence was with Bob Arum and Earl's with PBC. And everybody know Bob would keep all his fighters fighting each other. Bob Arum was not gonna let that fight happen. You know what I'm saying?
He would have merged the fight though. I think he would have merged the
No.
fight because that was
He
the
I
request
think
of the fighter. The
right.
promoter's supposed to work for you. Like, you see what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be working for the promoter. The promoter's supposed to do what you ask him to do. So if he's not
Exactly.
selling and he want a bigger name on his resume, Bob went to try to get that. But what did Al do? I don't want to deal with you.
And see, and
Simple and
that's the
plain,
thing. That's the
man.
thing, MKB. That's Uncle Al. See, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying, Reginald. You saying that Bob wouldn't have, but what it seemed like to me, it was more Al that was protecting his investment. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep everything on
Exactly.
his side. It seemed like that what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't trying to let Earl fight no Bud back then, man. We know what time that was. That was
I
not
think
gonna happen.
Reginald's coming around. I think he's coming around. I think he's gonna close down the shop of
Yeah.
the Super Fan Club. He gonna draw the curtain and say, "All right, I'm closing this place up, man. I'm leaving, man."
Hey, Reginald really a Bud at heart.
Yeah.
He just like to
I
pretend a
think he
little
is.
bit. He
Yeah.
like to pretend a little bit. He like to pretend a little bit.
Like
Hey, look, he
Don't
helping my
forget a hold of
ratings.
Spence. He gonna definitely be a Bud buddy if Cole get a hold of Spence.
no. To be honest with you, I am a Bud Crawford fan, except if he's fighting against Earl Spence. If you ain't fighting against Earl Spence,
Reginald,
We
he
all
just
gonna
help.
be
Reginald is just
fans of the
helping my
sport.
ratings. That's why Reginald being contrary to help my ratings. Good looking
That's
out.
what's up.
hey, I'm
We
trying
gotta
to get
retitle
that
this to
Fox Straight
Reginald.
TV too.
But what was so funny? Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm tripping. Like, he just reminded me. Reginald be keeping me on point. Where is it at?
What,
That's a commercial.
hey, yeah. Hey, but you know what's so funny? Back in the day, Reginald, like you said, a lot of these Spence channels, they were Bud Copper fans until they smelled their goddamn energy to Bud start getting too close to Earl. When he was back at 135 and shit like that, man, they always Bud, but they always Bud buddy. They were, oh man, Bud, he the best thing since sliced bread back then. But he start
Exactly.
goddamn moving up the ranks and shit like that, get calling Earl.
Yeah,
They didn't like that shit.
Texas is loyal to their boxers. Once he start getting too close, like, oh, that dude in Nebraska, man. Who the hell is that, man?
Look at my Q voice.
Right. Right. And what's so funny is, to be honest with you, it's so crazy that these Spence fans, and I'm not talking about you, Reginald, because you know what I'm saying, I'm just talking about these Spence channels. They got so much hate for Bud. The crazy part about it is they hate for him is actually making him more popular. Do you know he's trending every fucking where? He's the most popular boxer on YouTube.
Exactly.
I heard
That's
that
crazy. That's
He's more popular than Canelo and Wilder. He's more popular than Canelo and Wilder.
Yeah, okay,
I heard that.
Thanks a lot. The Super Fan Club. Thanks a lot.
Now.
That's crazy, man.
Reginald, you crying? He on mute. You crying, Reginald?
We've been beat these boys, man.
Hey, let me do it to you, Reginald. Hey,
Reginald, you know you one of our favorite Spence fans.
Yeah. Reginald,
I'm just glad that we could sit down and have a sensible conversation about it. That's the thing. Like, it ain't a lot of yelling. And you know what? And Reginald could come back and try to, debunk some of the things. It's not like we bragging about winning. It's just like the knowledge got to be put out there so people can understand what's really going on. And that's the thing. It's a sport we love. Tired of getting discredited. They all great champions. But you got to tell it like it is, and what the story really supposed to go and read. That's the way I look at it.
And that's the thing too, MKB. I'm a boxing fan first, man. It's almost like I can have a logical conversation with people when they start getting into their personal feelings and shit about these boxers. Hey, man, let me tell you something. I'm not getting none of that boxer money. I'm not getting none of the shit so I'm not gonna get all into my feelings about no damn boxer, man. First of all, I box with Bud and all that stuff like that, but I'm not gonna get into my feelings about that, man. That man don't know me. That man don't know me from here to there. You know what I'm saying? I box with him.
Not me either.
Low key, I be asking for interviews from all them niggas. They'll be trying to shine the light on the sister. But
no, you're right. No, sis, and you got a right to do that because you know what?
Right.
That is our sport, and we like the sport, and all you try to do is make that person's name more gravitate to more people. So that's just a real fan and a real journalist. You know what I mean? You're just trying to help them grow.
I'm trying, y'all. That's what I got on here to do. Go ahead, Reginald. I'm sorry.
Yeah, as for me, man, I'm emotionally tied up to this because when I couldn't even look at the Wilder fight when he lost to Fury, I can't watch the whole fight to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Are you serious? Don't tell me that, Reginald.
Hey, you know what's so funny?
Than I thought, man.
You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny about that, Reginald? The fact that when you said that, I was like that about Roy Jones. I was the same way when Roy Jones, when he had his first loss, man. I couldn't even sleep, bro. I was like, that about Roy Jones, and I said I would never be like that about a boxer again, bro. I would never be like
on this one. I would Reginald because I don't think I can do a repeat watch of his fights. And I repeat watch.
I watch them all the time, yeah. I watch them all the time. I love the fights. The first fight was the first fight was stressful. Yeah.
This is what I do. When I watch the Wilder fight, I always go to Wilder knockouts and I turn it off. And I turn it on.
You emotionally attached, Reginald. You emotionally attached, bro.
Yeah.
I was like that about Roy Jones, man. When Tom said, "What now, Roy? What now, Roy?" I was like, "Oh, but the son of a bitch."
Man.
I was like,
but Wilder has taught me to not be as emotional because I cried. I was at that fight.
Oh,
I
teared
up.
Yeah. Damn. Miss T was walking out there. I'd have been like, give me my money back. My baby lost. Give me my money back.
Look, by the time I got to the lobby, my tears had dried up. But the shit that was killing me, I put a lot of money on that fight, and because they want to cheat, I lost all my money.
Oh, was that the second fight you mean?
Or the first fight?
Oh, the third fight was up legit. I thought the third fight.
It was legit. That was legit.
Fear lost because when he knocked him down, It took him
Oh, she
15
talking
to
about like the
17
time it
seconds.
took for him to get to the corner.
Yeah,
Right.
the
Broner went the
time it
wrong
took him to
way.
stand up. Even I
Yeah.
was knee deep in British Empire was around us, and they was like, "Yo, he should have been counted out, but your ref
Right.
didn't."
We
And
might,
I was
we
like,
might see.
"Fuck."
Yeah,
What fight you
we
talking
might
about,
see
Minty?
The
That's the
third
third
Fury
fight.
Oh, you
and
talking about
Wilder
the
third?
third.
fight.
Hey, what was
Yeah.
so crazy? The first fight, I was like, because when Fury had side up, got there, I thought he was gone. Man, I said, "Goddamn, ref, count faster!" And he side his ass up, and he got up. I was like, "Oh
Oh
shit!"
man, I was
Yeah.
celebrating. I was
And
celebrating. I was
I
celebrating
thought
so
that was
long
amazing.
that I thought the fight was over too. I was celebrating for a long time, but I was happy that Wilder knocked him out. That was the most beautiful two punches I've ever seen in my life. That
Right.
right and then that sweeping left. I was like,
Right.
God damn, it was
You know
beautiful,
what?
yo.
And I thought there was a delay on that. And this is the thing. I've watched Jack Reese several times before. So when he came to be the every time the fight started, I look at the referee and be like, all right, this is gonna be a legit fight. So that's how I felt about Jack Reese. And then Jack Reese did what he did. I done seen Jack Reese stop fights for less. The motherfucker
Yeah.
was unconscious. I can't say it. I can say it till I'm blue in the face. I have accepted the fight that is over. Cause my boy DJ, my big bro, he always be like, Miss T, I can't talk about it no more. He be like, let it go, Miss T. I be like, you right, DJ. But at the same time, I can't in my heart. Cause I feel like, I mean, how would
He
you
got
feel
cheated
if you go through all that to be cheated in? And man, I can't.
twice.
Yes,
Hey,
more than
Yeah.
but it was so crazy because the only other fighter that I was mostly attached to other than Roy Jones was Vernon Forrest because I'm from
Yeah.
Atlanta and we rep Vernon Forrest. But when Mariaga whooped his you know what I'm saying, when he whooped his ass, I was like, God damn. And then I said, okay, the second fight he gonna win it. Man, I said,
some
You
people,
know,
some people got
what's funny
your
about that?
number. What's up, man?
You know what's funny about that?
What's that?
That Sugar Shane Mosley whooped his ass, but Verna whooped Shane ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That was crazy, wasn't it?
Crazy
That was
as hell.
crazy. That was crazy. I'm talking
Yo,
about
only fight.
Vernon whooped his ass. Vernon whooped his ass twice.
Whooped his ass twice.
Yo, only fighter I was really closely attached to was John Brown from Atlantic City, and he beat he had won a belt, and then guess who
Right.
came and took the fucking belt from him? Diego Corrales took his fucking belt. That was the only fight that I was kind of truly upset about. Yep, and that's what Diego Corrales got. That's what Diego Corrales got famous after beating John Brown from Atlantic City. They call him the Eastern Beast. They call him the Eastern Beast, John Brown.
The Eastern Beast.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Floyd made him look
I haven't seen
ordinary.
him in the fight.
Right.
And then Floyd made Diego Corrales.
Yeah, he fought a lot. He fought Cotto when
Rest in
Cotto
peace,
first came
Corrales.
pro. It's like his first
Yeah,
fight,
rest in
Cotto. He
peace.
fought John Brown for Cotto.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, he fought Cotto.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he fought a lot. He fought Shane Mosley. He fought Cotto. He fought Diego Corrales. Those was like the best three fights for John Brown. The Eastern Beast, John Brown. From Atlantic City. Yeah.
Damn.
He had the belt, and then Diego took his belt. So he was a Don King, small little midget fighter, but he could box like a motherfucker. That's why they called him the Eastern Beast.
You
got a name like the Eastern Beast, you better be fucking good. Yeah.
Look,
Right.
the first few years of Floyd Mayweather's boxing career, oh my God.
What
Like,
you was
you
a Floyd fan? You was a Floyd fan?
Yeah. I am a
Floyd was fighting
You was a pretty
grown men.
when you were pretty boy Floyd.
When he was pretty boy, Lord have mercy. Lord,
Ain't nobody
Lord
coming to
have
the game like
mercy.
Floyd.
I was like,
Floyd was
God
a knockout
damn.
artist
He
back
was.
then.
He was smooth
Yeah.
with it. I ain't gonna front, yo. He was smooth as shit, yo.
You
He
be
was
like,
good.
Guys were like
That was the crazy
27
part
and
about
old
it.
record.
Yeah, that was the funny part about MKB. A lot of these fighters these days, these social media fighters, they want that Floyd fame, but they don't want to put in their work. See, Floyd did put in that work. Floyd put in that work before
That
he.
real work.
Yeah, and they
Floyd-
want that fame.
Well, Devin Haney kind of similar to him when you kind of think about it, because he went to Mexico. He was fighting all the Mexicans and shit. You see what I'm saying? And now he's kind of he's honed his skills. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think they kind of similar.
The two fighters that I give it to,
not in power though.
Not in power. Right. The two fighters I would give it to is Devin Haney and Shakur. I give it to Shakur too. Shakur will fight.
Yeah.
Shakur will fight your ass. Shakur don't care who you is. He'll fight you. You know what I'm saying? I think he won the one that.
This is the one thing I don't know about these young cats. The one thing I would hate to see is you think that Shakur Stevens still a sore loser in a sense? Like he not sore loser, and there's all different degrees of sore loser. But you remember how he broke down after the Olympics, and I get it, you be sad, but he did it on TV. I mean,
Yeah,
anybody
yeah,
who
yeah. I
wasn't
remember that.
partial to Shakur, I was partial to Shakur, so I went with it. I took that walk with him. I understood, but anybody who won't endear to him and all that, they be like, man, you crying like it was supposed to be a forlorn conclusion that you get the gold. How arrogant, you know what I'm saying? And but he did break down, and it's another
Yeah,
fighter
but there's a
who
lot of
recently did
it's a
that.
lot of them that did that though,
Yeah.
Mickey. A lot of them wrote down and shit like that. I think because I think I don't know if Roy Jones wrote down or anything like that, but shit,
He did.
they were yeah, but they were very upset and stuff like that. Like
Floyd
that
almost.
hurts. That
Floyd
hurts.
almost, and I remember the '96 because I was supposed to go down there in '96, and I chose something else. But in '96, I just got back from Spain. And I was like,
Yeah,
shit, I'm going down there. I probably would have ran into Floyd. Who knows?
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
I
probably
know
been
that's
Mrs.
right.
Mayweather. No, I'm just joking.
But see,
Dude, so
what happens is that makes them stronger though. See, what the thing is that shit
Mhm,
just it just what they do they internalize that shit and it
mhm,
going into the pros. They
mhm,
carry it with them. You know what I'm saying? Something like a Terrence Crawford or something. They carry it with them and shit like that. And it just like they keep
yeah,
talking about Ugas, what Ugas did to Terrence Crawford in the day. Okay, in the amateur. Okay. But look now.
mhm.
You think Ugas can beat Bud in the pros? Hell no.
You know why I don't even I know you know why I don't even talk about like what they did in the amateurs and all that because you can have somebody that absolutely lost, like Earl Spence lost in the amateurs.
Right.
So I mean, like somebody I don't know what show I was on, they kept saying he went to the amateurs when they was trying to make that argument. And I said, what row he sat in? And they got real quiet, like they ain't get it at first. I said, what row he sat in the bleachers when he was at the amateurs? What the fuck? He didn't win
oh
shit.
shit.
Right.
Mike Tyson lost it amateur too.
Right.
Oh
Right.
shit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mr.
Exactly.
like when I was
Warren
in
was
like when I was in high school, I used to run a 500 to 400 meters. That don't mean that I'm like a pro fucking Ben
I
Johnson or
know.
somebody or you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Mr.
Right.
Warren, what's good with you?
OG
What's good with you,
Warren, big
King?
bro.
What's
What's
going
good with
on?
you?
Salute, Queen. How you doing, Miss
Hey,
T?
what up?
I'm good. I'm
What's
good.
good,
All right,
Warren? How you
XO, how
doing,
you
Mr.
doing,
Warren?
sir?
OG,
Everybody
what's
on the
up, big bro?
panel. I humbly want
Chilling,
to
chilling.
salute y'all brothers and sisters on the panel and everybody in the chat. I just want to chop it up, man. Talk about boxing, and
Yeah.
No doubt,
Yeah.
no doubt, no doubt.
very proud of you guys that's doing this, creating good content for us, man. It's much appreciated, at least
Well, yeah.
for me.
Well, what I was
That's
talking
that's
about,
all
Mr.
Miss T
Warren, and
right there.
I'm gonna let you start it out. Thank you, Marty King. But I'm gonna let you start it out, Mr. Warren, and then it will be open panel again. We was talking about AB. Now AB is calling out Regis Prograis, and he said he been calling him out. He been waiting for him to get a title. I think 140 is a great fit. I also said I speculating, and this is me speculating, guys. I guess I'm just thinking and spitballing that AB played a little bit of country dumb to get out that PVC contract so he can go on and spread his wings somewhere else. Because look, he seemed much more happier. If he get in there and showed us a glimpse of the old AB in any kind of way, shape, or form, he was acting crazy all this time just to get out that contract. What y'all think?
Well, I want to back up a little bit and add some more context to that. Reed just put out a little tweet talking about he deposited a check and the bank called him and said that there was insufficient funds or the check bounce, you know. So I don't know if you guys caught that.
Right. Right.
So what it does is make for good drama. You know, AB is good at showing the show. You know,
Hold up, Mr. Warren. You said AB just did that?
No,
what's going on?
Regis.
Regis.
Regis. Yeah,
I'm about
yeah,
to say,
his
if he did
check
that shit, that
bounce.
would be comical. That would be comical if he
Yeah,
did
nah,
that.
his check bounce, MKB.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, I
and
remember that. I
Yeah.
yeah.
told
Go ahead,
Mr.
So
Mr.
Warren
Warren. Go
that
ahead,
AB
Mr.
did
Warren.
it too.
So
Sorry
AB,
about that.
you know, AB is good for theater, at least prior to the ring. So that makes for a good fight, and then it makes for a good pitch to Regis to maybe cross over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
If
sure.
Regis is
For
signed
sure.
with
if
Pro
you want to look
Bella.
at it from a different perspective, like to BLK, come over to BLK because everybody else is getting the check. Crawford
Hmm.
already got 5 million in the bank and getting 5 million
And
before he even step in the ring. So,
get
you know, that's a good luring for anybody. Now, far as
Ain't even break a
AB,
sweat. Ain't even
right,
break a
far as
sweat yet.
AB winning against Regis, I doubt that. I'm not finna bet against Regis after that performance. And then
yeah.
AB has been out of the ring for a while, so
Been out the ring for 24 months.
yeah.
But
But
even,
I mean,
but if you look at OG Warren, even before right before he got out of the ring, shit, I still would I still would have went with Regis, man. I just don't have faith in AB with his ring activity, with his activity. He don't throw, you know what I'm saying? He's almost like he don't throw enough punches for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's all like, you
right,
know,
But
right,
Regis
right. I'm
slowed
with
down
you,
too.
but it's
AB built
good for
like a Oompa
business
Loompa
though.
right now. He got to get in shape. He got to get in shape. I mean, he is kind of looking like he. You think he can get down to 140 though? That's what I got a question. Like, I'm thinking he's gonna be fighting at
ooh,
147. Man, he
Well,
looking
No,
like
he's
that's
depending
a
on
just at
far fetched.
140.
Right,
well,
He
he got
said
to.
he was gonna be at 140.
All right, he's maybe just built different. Maybe just built different because he don't look like a 140-pound fighter I'm used to. So
hey, but okay, but he walk around at probably about 180 though or something, don't he? He look like he walk around at like 180 or some shit.
Well, we know
he
in his
looked it pretty
family they
big in
can
that
get
workout
big.
video I see.
I mean, he
Yeah,
can get big. Look at his pops. But I don't, look,
Yeah.
I want to make sure everybody get in. ATL, what you got on the welcome to the channel, bro? And then after
it's all
ATL
about
speak,
body fat, right?
we
It's all about
all
body
we
fat,
all open the
right?
body fat. We all
I remember.
open the
No, I remember.
page.
I used to be 5%. Yo, I remember like I was 5% in track. So I know like you
Mm.
could probably get like I'm not sure like how a boxer works, but they are harder workers than everybody. They say right. Like as far as the athletes, they say that yeah, so they
All
can get down. So
right, ATL, you
hopefully,
got the flow.
Well, first of all, salute to you, Queen. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody on the
What's
panel.
good?
What's up,
Hey,
ATL?
what's
TL, what's
good?
up,
What's
bro?
good?
Man,
How you doing, bro?
shit, cool. And y'all talking about what AB?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
far as what was the question?
Well, AB is coming back. His fight gonna be in February on BLK Prime, your favorite app.
Uh,
Yeah.
And
ATL, you gotta
they
change the
haven't
Hey,
they haven't
BLK.
hey, hey,
they
BLK
haven't
ATL a
instead
bud
named
buddy. Hey, ATL a bud
of
buddy, man. He really a bud buddy, bro.
they
I fuck
never
with
named
Bud,
yeah.
man.
they never named his opponent who he's gonna be fighting next. But AB said after that fight he won't Regis.
I don't think, nah. I don't think he ready for that yet. You know what I'm saying? I think if he get a couple of fights under his, I got to see how he fight next because the last 3 fights he let me down by not throwing his hands, man. Like his defense good, but it's like you gotta throw your hands to win, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? And watching them last 3 fights, that it really pissed me off, man. I'm like, man, I know
So
you got more in the tank than that. I feel like you
that
just
Vargas
scared.
fight, he kind of threw his hands a little bit. That
You know what I'm
Vargas
saying?
fight.
When you doing all this defense and you ain't punching, that making me feel like you scared now. Like you scared to get hit or some shit because you ever since you got knocked out, it's like you scared to get hit. You know what I'm saying? You don't let your hands go,
I
man. That's
gotta
all
take
you
my
got.
blood pressure pills when I watch AB for
Yeah.
real sometimes.
You be like, throw your
Shit, that's the way
goddamn
I feel
hand.
about Wilder and AB. I feel about
Mm.
Wilder and AB like that. Oh, you goddamn man.
I felt like he was just
You
trying to
know?
be too much like Floyd, man, and do the defense shit, man, without punching his hand. That's the only thing that killed him, not throwing his hands.
Hey, look, I'm telling y'all, when AB come back in February, he gonna shock all of us. Look, I'm the hopeless, what is it?
Ah,
Optimistic. He
Man,
gonna
if he
I
shock
come
all
back
of
bet.
and throw
us.
them
I
hands,
bet.
I believe in him. If he throw them hands every round, I believe in him.
And you know
Hey,
what
but
I'm
you know
AB
what?
you
You
never
know
know
had
what
a
what's
I'm
so
head
funny?
saying?
problem either.
You know what's so funny about that? What you had said on ATL. I don't even know about his defense. I question his defense because Madonna was getting to his ass. Madonna was tagging
Oh
his
yeah,
ass.
yeah. I'm talking about since then. Since then, his
Yeah.
defense been
Everybody
good.
better
But
be
he just
watching
ain't been
Dylan
throwing
White.
his hands.
Well, my
Yeah.
daughter showed what you
Madonna
do
whooped
Sean,
to
his
the
ass.
shoulder roll.
Sean Porter too.
Yeah, but my daughter
If,
showed what you do to the shoulder roll. Come over the top.
yeah.
Yeah. But Sean Porter was hitting him too.
True. But y'all,
Nobody ever really hit.
Mark my
No,
words.
AB ain't never got hit with an uppercut though, right? He never got really hit with an uppercut though, right? AB. Like I'm thinking like his defense is good enough
once
in
or twice with
certain
some
ways.
people. But AB,
Yeah, I never seen nobody
comes
snap
on
his neck
strong.
back.
He make me feel like, man, I wish they had 15 rounds when I be watching his fight because he gets better as the fight wear on. But y'all mark my words, if he get in there and let them hands go, that nigga played country dumb to get out that PBC contract. I ain't lying.
Bitch, he went the last time he let the hand go.
Hell
I don't
no.
know. I know what I'm saying.
I like the Vargas fight.
I'm being optimistic, and so I'm being optimistic.
I got you, BT.
The Jesse Vargas fight made me get off AB back because I was stressed as hell. He had his hands in his pockets like all the other fights. But at least he got a tie with Jesse Vargas. I was like, all right, cool, AB.
Yeah.
Cool. You know.
but he lost to Mike Garcia right before that. Mike Garcia whooped his ass by unanimous. Mike Garcia whooped his ass. Like that was unanimous.
Mark, I ain't never seen Mikey style on somebody like that. Yeah, he was styling on AB. I'm like, damn, he's styling on AB.
And look, the crazy part is everybody that AB lost to, I felt like he could have won.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
Then he had to end like, I won. No, the hell you didn't.
Who is the guy that he said
you gonna win
if you know I beat your ass for real, right? Who was that guy that he said that to? Was that Vargas? You know I beat your ass for real.
Oh, Manny Pacquiao.
No, I think
it had to be Pacquiao. It had to be Pacquiao.
I think it was Madonna. Madonna. He said that.
No, not after that. What?
He said, I beat that boy.
If he said that to Madonna, he was concussed. Madonna
I thought it was Vargas.
but he said that because he expected to win. He expected to beat Madonna because Floyd beat Madonna. You know what I'm saying? So he was really upset about that. He said, "Y'all know I beat that boy. I beat that boy.
But Floyd fought him after AB.
Floyd fought Madonna after AB. You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got my timeline twisted. I thought Floyd fought him before that. I could be wrong there.
No. Floyd liked it to build up to. He said, "Oh yeah, this is my next opponent. It's a good paycheck." That's what Floyd said. This is a good paycheck. Yeah, I'm gonna get this.
There you go, Al Money. It was Vargas. Yeah. And Vargas didn't want to say nothing.
I thought he beat Vargas too, really. Yeah, because they was friendly after the fight when they was talking to the people. But yeah, they was kind of friendly about it. But they both threw their hands in that fight. But I feel like
you don't like me.
That AB, he got it. But
he said, "I know you don't like me. I know y'all don't fuck with me."
You got to.
Like, damn, why you blame us, nigga? We watched you like that.
I know, right?
Let's all shit up.
Y'all nigga don't fuck with me. Y'all nigga don't fuck with AB.
You got to.
AB, wow, AB.
Yeah.
He speak his mind, though. He speak his mind.
I'm like, damn.
He speak his mind.
So I didn't just watch you, or you gonna cuss me out?
But yeah,
I was yelling at the TV when the nigga was fighting Pacquiao. I was yelling at the TV like, how the fuck you lose?
Oh my God!
Yes.
Yes, that Pacquiao fight. I was like, just let your hands go, nigga. Damn.
I almost hit the lady. She's like, "Don't hit me, nigga."
But
hey, them people that be fighting.
I don't think BLK got him for strictly boxing. I think they got him for a marketing tool.
Whatever they got him for, I hope he build his career up and take advantage of the moment. Because you know what? When you got to end a career, like think about it. He's ending a career. I hope he goes out with a good bang, not a bad bang, but a good bang.
I told you they've been out with street beefs. They street beefs like pay-per-view network.
And look, Demetrius Andrade over there too. I heard he slid through the back door too.
That motherfucker need to talk more because I'm tired of sitting that motherfucker.
He had BLK.
I heard that's where he going. Yep, that's what they. Because he got no home.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't holding no nuts, man. I hope they blow up. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They better. They got Terrence
Exactly.
Crawford over there. That's a trending topic. That's a trending athlete. So you
Hey,
would hope they would blow up after that, you know, if that's what they're
I
trying
saw
to do.
I saw the analytics on that. If you talk about Terrence Crawford, your show gonna blow up like Nitro.
I said that. You remember I said that when I first got on here. I
Yeah.
said funny that these Spence hating channels are hating on Terrence Crawford so much they make him popular as shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I don't
Exactly.
be making
That's what they
videos.
said.
The only
They gonna
video I
look.
make
They
is
gonna
about the
make it
fight.
go 10 million views.
Look, I made a
Every
video
time
about the
I
fight
think about a super
3
fan, I
months
just think
ago.
about this one couple people, yo. I can't stand it. So,
Yeah.
super
Well, I'm
fans
gonna
are
be
the
honest.
worst, but they
Y'all
make
wanna
you
place
popular.
bets? Y'all wanna place bets on how many views y'all think pay-per-views he gonna get?
I ain't
Yeah,
said mine
what's
on
the
For,
another
bet?
channel.
for
I
who?
don't know.
Terrence
I don't
Crawford?
know. For the crowd, I would say I'll write it down for y'all. Look, my
Oh, I
post
heard you
there
gonna write it on a
is.
sheet of paper,
I'll
put
write
it
it
in the
down
comment,
for y'all.
put it in the private chat over there. Put it in the private chat somewhere. Write down your answers. I'm gonna put mine in the private chat.
Look.
You talking about
I'm
I
for
want to bet
saying,
on
BLK? You
something
talking
else.
about Terrence Crawford?
yeah. How many people you think gonna buy it?
I say
I want to bet
200.
on how many
So
rounds it's gonna go.
okay.
I'm gonna put
So
mine in the private chat. It's
I'm
funny,
gonna
yo.
do the views first. I'm gonna do the views first because I'm looking at it. You got UK. You got figure in UK. You got to figure in Belize because you got to figure out you got to count in Cyborg. She brings a fan base. You got to figure in the MMA fan base that's follow her. So I say 250.
250.
I wrote mine specifically
Hey,
out.
but you know what? You know
Specifically
what's
out.
so crazy though?
Mhm.
Because he's trending so much like that, man. This shit gonna this day, man. Don't be surprised. This shit be some big, man. He's
Exactly.
Bud is
$40
trending
ain't shit.
everywhere. And
40
then 40
bucks
Look,
bucks
ain't
ain't
nothing.
shit.
I tell y'all
Hell
what,
no.
y'all guess, and I'm a cash app somebody. It's gonna be more than $20, but it ain't gonna be more than $50. So
I heard
I'm a
that.
cash app. Whatever y'all get as close as y'all want. What you got, ATL? How many views you think he gonna get?
You mean buys?
Yeah, when you gotta buy it, that's the only way you gonna view
views, buys,
it.
pay-per-views.
Uh,
Same thing.
Martin
I'm gonna say
King, you gotta say yours out loud. You can't be secret, but I just thought if you just don't
I'm
want
gonna say
nobody
I'm gonna
prices
say
right your ass.
100,000.
Wow. $40,
Okay.
100,000.
Yep.
Wow.
ATL say 100,000. What you got? XO?
I'm gonna say 200 because I'm you know what I'm saying I stay around at 180 to 200 because of the piracy and shit. It's still out there. A lot of people. If $40 is cheap and good, but a lot of people still gonna
Yeah.
goddamn scream.
Yeah, tell me
A lot
about
of,
it.
Okay,
Crazy.
so like if I guess, can I guess?
yeah.
Yeah, I guess you
but
can.
I'm gonna have to round you up to 400,000, Martin,
Okay.
because
Okay.
that's only fair. Everybody get to know what. So look,
Well, no, it's got to be rounded down, right? Because I'm under the 50 mark, right?
no, you the next number, dude. You
If
know the
it's like
next
over the
number is
50 mark.
9. Yeah, and come on,
Oh,
child. 9, 7,
Okay,
whatever.
gotcha. 10, 12.
So yeah, you were almost right at 50. So I'm gonna just what do you want? You tell me.
I'm
What
gonna
you
go with
want,
the
Marty?
400,000. Let's keep it a
You
nice,
got
clean, big number. 400,000. Sounds right.
400,000. All right, Alex. I'm gonna go 401. No, I'm just joking. I'm gonna do
Hey,
4.
that'd be
I'm gonna
great.
do 420.
Man, if they
I'm
make
a,
that
We're gonna
down,
we gonna owe you $50 then. We're gonna owe you $50 then.
yeah. Well,
Our money said
yeah.
150,000.
Say
Yeah.
Yeah.
say in my child somebody say
Yeah.
420.
Nah.
Yeah. So ATL, you changing yours to what?
Nah, I said our money said 150,000 because ATL said 100K.
Our money said 150.
I said 200 because I'm scared to go over 200 because of the piracy. But I'm gonna say 200.
I got
That
Okay.
makes
250.
sense.
I'm at
You know, but
250.
I don't understand why nobody would want to watch a fight where Buffer. I want to see it from the beginning to the end. I want to see everything. You
Exactly.
know how when you have an event, you
Yeah.
want to see the walkout. You want
Mm-hmm.
to see everything. I don't want to miss
Yep.
nothing. I don't want it to buffer on me or none of that crazy shit. That's the way I
So
look
Yeah.
what I'm telling y'all is, I'm sorry.
at
I want
it.
to be clear.
You know,
I would do over. I'm gonna cash app you more than 20. You never know. I might be feeling froggy that day. Cause that child support be coming in.
She do be
Y'all
feeling
better know.
froggy. I can tell y'all.
Y'all better know that child support be coming
Hey,
in. And
Miss
this
T be
is
feeling
Christmas.
froggy sometimes, and she ain't
Yeah, I
lying.
do. I be feeling froggy. I got plenty in my stash.
You know what I'm
Christmas
saying?
is done. I'm done shopping. So I'm good. All my money is
Telling
my
you,
money.
she ain't
yeah, I ain't even
lying.
start yet. I gotta get on the ball.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
you and
hey,
me both, brother.
Yep.
hey, ATL.
Oh, is it my sister?
So ATL, let me ask you a question, bro. So check this out. I know damn well, we gonna put past who Crawford fighting. Ain't you at least happy to see Crawford back in the ring, bro?
I'm happy to see the fight. Period.
I know, right? Okay.
Well,
Hey,
ATL
I
was
Miss
like,
T,
I
looking
I
like, I
got
good.
like,
a
I
question
like, I
for
like,
you.
I
Look,
like that agenda. I like that agenda.
That's a
He
big
went
difference from the other day.
ATL.
That's a big
I
difference from the other day. I'm
haven't
proud
gone
of
back and
ATL. That's
looked
what's
at
up.
Evanesian. I didn't go look at
yeah,
Evanesian yet,
that's
but
what I
I
was gonna
will.
ask you.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it. I got busy and caught up today because I'm actually 15
He ain't no bomb.
minutes late to
He ain't
the
no.
show.
He ain't
Yeah,
no bomb like what people like. What people try
that's
to
what
make
they
him
keep
out to
Have
be,
any
though,
of
saying.
bro.
y'all watched him though? I watched him yesterday for the first time.
Yeah,
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 ATL
Yeah,
yeah,
said that boy
I'm
is
gonna
serious.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
that
look
boy
at I'm gonna
serious.
look at the good things he
yeah,
do. I'm gonna look at the good things he do over there, like the
Look at his
couple things where I
highlights.
seen him getting fucked
Mm-hmm.
up.
yeah.
Like, yeah,
I did ATL. I seen it. I say that boy serious,
I looked
man.
it up on YouTube yesterday. Hey, he ain't
Yeah,
bad, bro.
Look,
yeah.
I'm a name offs because
Then he whoop Shane Mosley's ass. I know he was older, man. Then he whoop his ass on. Then he whoop Shane Mosley.
You know, I
Mhm.
mean, people got to stop that because
I think
then
you
we
mean the
can
son,
say
right? The
you
son.
guys.
Yeah, Shane Moses. Yeah.
Well, we can say you guys whooped up on the old guy. Ain't nobody saying that.
Right. Exactly.
A real
Hey,
I agree.
old
I
guy
agree,
too.
OG. I agree, OG.
hey, just so we
I agree.
clear, y'all. Just so we clear, Mr. Warren, you got 250K, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, I'm a madam.
Yes,
these
ma'am.
these
One
girls
one
on the top of my chest makes me a madam.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
joking with you.
No, you
So
good.
Martin King, you said
I'm
400K,
feeling like
correct?
yeah.
ATL, you got 100K, correct?
Yep.
XO, you got 200K, correct?
Yes, Queen.
And y'all hear me say I got 420K. And Al Money, you say you got 150, and I'm looking at that. Okay.
Okay.
So again, y'all don't know how I'm gonna feel that day. Now I was gonna give away the PlayStation 5, but now China then went the fuck off. I'm not fucking around with nothing over there because it might be a long time before I get another PlayStation 5. For some reason over
Oh
here in my
shit.
house, that's our second one in a year, in less than a year. And we be getting lucky over here. We be lucky buying our PlayStation 5. So I was gonna raffle it
Miss
off,
T,
huh?
so Miss T, America and China beefing again with the import shit.
I don't think it's American and China. I
Nah,
think
they got their
China
own
got
shit
some
going
kind of
on.
revolution thing going on over
The
there.
whole country got
Yeah.
them riot. I mean, they got them
See, that's why I don't
protest.
like watching that shit. That's why I don't like watching that
What?
shit. I know there's always some crazy
What?
shit on the news, yo.
Well,
They try to
China.
lock everybody down in their
China.
blanket.
Well, China already they already kind of like but it's with Russia and shit like that. They kind of like
Yeah.
you
Now,
know
let
what
me
I'm
tell you
saying,
what they're
homies and
doing over
shit.
there, bro. Let me tell you what they're doing over there. They locked everybody down from COVID, right? They was putting
Yeah.
bars on the building so you can't even leave, bro. Like they was fucking
Damn.
soldering bars on the door so you can't leave, and people were starving. People yelling out the windows, and
Damn.
everybody just said,
That's
"Fuck
good
it."
for
They
us.
start running.
At least
They start running through the
that's good for us.
security. They start breaking in grocery stores. They doing all kinds of shit out there, bro.
Hey, you know when
Damn.
COVID first started,
I ain't trying to be funny though.
they
That's
was
good for us.
beating
They
the fuck
can't
out of black
travel. At least they
folks.
can't travel.
But
They
I
can't
Yeah, they
mean,
fucking over there,
travel.
bro.
when they first came out with COVID, they was beating up the Africans. You know how different people from different nations moved to different countries.
Man, they fucking them
And
people up.
they was fucking up them Africans And the people in Africa had to tell their people, look, whether y'all left on your own accord, run away or whatever, come on back. I mean,
Bro, they taking
the
niggas to
fuck out of 'em.
camps. They taking niggas to camps. They taking their babies from them and everything down there, motherfucker, bro.
And you know you can only have one or two
but you
kids.
know what's so funny though? The fact that y'all say that about China is because the fact that this shit going over there in Russia people is rising up against them now. Now Putin trying to lock everybody up over there. He trying to lock anybody that he think goddamn got a problem with it. He trying to lock their ass up.
Yeah,
like I always say,
they getting fucked up too. They getting fucked up in Ukraine, bro.
Check it out, history.
I was watching some of the soldiers out there, but hey, they was like, man, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
It's soldiers that's switching sides out there, motherfucker.
Look.
I just got through watching.
Warren, I think.
You.
I gotta go. Hey, yo, I gotta go, y'all. Yeah, Warren, I think you're cutting out. Let's see, everybody. I gotta go. I appreciate you tonight. And I appreciate everybody on the panel. Great talking.
All right, okay, B.
You, bro.
All right, bro.
We got one Earl Spence fan club guy. He's coming back over to the buddies.
Hey, he come back. He come back to the buddies. He come back to the bud, buddy. He come back, bro. He come back, MKB.
Peace out.
He come back home.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace out.
Hey, look, but when it come to Spence versus Bud, that's a whole different story right there.
Look, like history always teach y'all, you can't lead a regime with just coercive force. If
they ain't talking about each other, I'm with both of them.
You know the shit gonna fall down, and that's what's going on with China. And then you just said Russia going through it too. So I'm like, that. Putin ain't never had no legitimacy behind this shit. That's why this shit gonna fall. But like anything that you got to order from just over yonder, shit, if you get it, you better hold on tight. That's why I say I was gonna get the PS5 away, even though I know that's coming out of Japan. But I don't know, it might get caught up in the traffic. So I was like, fuck that, I got my PS5.
She might be sitting in the boat.
I'm finna man, to y'all, ATL, Mr. Warren, I'm finna head out too, man. I gotta go to bed, man. But I'll talk to y'all. Hey, good show. All right, OG Warren, bro. All right, ATL. Okay, Mr.
I appreciate it.
All right, bro. All right.
I appreciate it. Yeah, like my PS5, I got it still in the box. I'm not even gonna open it till that boxing game come out. That's the only reason I bought it for that boxing.
When is it supposed to come out?
Next summer, I think.
Oh,
no, they said early.
That's a long time.
Oh, they said early 2023?
2023, yep, early.
I thought they said that in the summer. Well, if that's the case, I'm damn sure about to kick that shit. Y'all get the fuck online. It'll be the first time I even do some gaming shit. I don't even do gaming stuff. But when I had the PS3, I wore the brakes off that damn boxing game.
Don't be trying to quit and cut off your internet when we get on there.
Nah, nigga, I'm gonna hem your ass up. Miss ATL, I'm gonna smack the shit out of his ass. And then you can unplug his ass for the night. I'm telling you. My daughter said, you gonna buy a whole game system just for one game, fucking right.
Yeah.
And then she was like, you can use mine. Nah, because the first time you tell me get out your room, I'm gonna unhook all that shit. It's gonna become mine. But,
as soon as I download the game, I'm gonna hit your ass on YouTube. I'm like, Miss T, my shit hooked up.
I'm like, hey, you ready for this ass whipping? Because
I'm
knocking somebody the fuck out. Hell yeah. I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
But shit, if Bill can't do 400, man, that's a new bargaining chip for Terrence Crawford when it comes to the Spence fight. They gonna have to give him some guarantee then.
Yeah, when he did an ESPN fight one time, it was for the free. 3 million people tuned in.
Hey, look,
then when they try to pay for it, he don't get a lot of whatever. So I'm saying the interest is there. If they promoted it right, then he'll do good. I don't think it would do bad. That's what I don't think.
Well,
I think it'll be all right for him.
since he's been on his own and since the fight started, he's been promoting himself. If you haven't noticed, he's been out in front of the camera. He's been out there talking a little bit of shit and talking a little bit of this, that, and the other, just to bring some light on his fight.
I'm gonna make a Terrence Crawford David Evnesian video tonight. See if somebody bite on.
Look,
see if somebody bite on. I'm gonna tag you, Miss C.
It wouldn't surprise me if that shit don't wind up being he have some kind of ownership in that shit. It would not surprise me.
Man, that'd be a surprise to me though.
I'll make me a Terrence Crawford.
It's just the app. It's just the app. That app was it just was started, and like he said, street beefs and whatever. It ain't get a chance to blow up. It ain't like he got a Kim Kardashian now. Remember when she came out with a game? It was like an app. My daughter was in middle school, I want to say, or just starting high school. I swear for Claude, she came out with an app like on a Monday. By Wednesday,
app on how to change your body.
Not well, whatever doing Kim K shit, right? She opened that shit Monday. By Wednesday, that bitch had made over $40 million.
Damn.
I'm like, that shit crazy. An app, shawty.
App. Motherfucking app.
Well, BLK Prime been around since 2015.
Yeah. But
they
haven't
started the boxing. Yeah, they just started boxing champion.
They've been with boxing with Street Beefs. They do all their pay-per-view events from Street Beefs on BLK.
Yeah.
Well, we gonna see. Hopefully, what Terrence been doing and what they've been doing. Hopefully, I don't know, but Evan needs to seem like a good guy. And Terrence don't know to say shit to you when he like you. But if he don't like you, oh my God. But it's got to do good because AB coming behind him, and AB really got it. It's really got to do good for AB.
I'm telling you, they using him as a marketing tool. They paid him for marketing, and they was winning. And of course, he go in the ring, but it's real. The real reason is it's all about marketing to them. And don't be surprised if you start to see a slow migration of fighters going over to fight on BLK Prime.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna be surprised. I even say, look, how Earl Spence say, a man with no land, that's what PBC about to be. And I wouldn't be surprised if PBC try to choose the network of the zone. Because they ain't gonna go to ESPN. They ain't gonna be able to get Fox back and Showtime. I don't think I believe Showtime. I would be highly shocked. And I wouldn't be upset, but I would be highly shocked if Showtime survives this restructuring. I'd be highly shocked.
Yeah, they ain't did nothing since like March 27th on BLK Prime Street Beefs.
Okay. Hopefully,
but they got Crawford fight on here.
Yes, Lord. Yeah, they gonna have my baby fight up on there. Look, y'all make sure y'all niggas go get this shit.
Joker, that was
Make sure y'all go get this shit. It's as easy as a click of 1, 2, 3. Yes. Jam Master J Run DMC. Anyway, y'all, we've been on like 3 hours. It's been good kicking with y'all and everything. Yeah. I was gonna not do the show because I was still in class and it got late and I had to just.
What you going to class for?
I'm learning about marketing and I'm learning how to I don't know what to call it.
Business administration?
No, I'm marketing, but I'm doing it myself. Like I'm learning how to, I guess you call it freelance.
Same thing. Something. Marketing got like 3 classes more than business administration.
Probably. Yeah, but I'm not trying to take the whole course. Yeah, I'm learning how to do that.
You'll be a freelancer.
Mm-hmm.
Contract based on contracts.
Well, I don't know how I'm fitted into whatever.
Contract gets you in there, but money is really the.
Yeah, but the way I'm doing it, I want to add it to the skills that I have. I have a lot of technical skills, and like we have Cyber Command where I live. So I was gonna see if I could put it together with what have you or whatever. I don't know. It's just something else to learn. I always believe in keeping your mind busy.
Yeah, that's what life about, learning.
Mm-hmm. I'm like that. I'm like that robot on Short Circuit. Input.
Damn, you went way back.
I swear that thing, Stephanie. Remember that? That movie was the
Damn,
shit.
they had about
Number
3 different
5.
movies.
I know.
Johnny
Number
5
5.
alive.
Johnny 5 alive.
Damn, oh,
That's me. I love.
hey,
Look, if I could be a career student, I would be, and that's a damn shame because I like to learn. I mean, but it's just a damn shame. Like I would love to just go to school, go to school, anywhere. But that shows you how boring I am. I heard the crickets, y'all. Fuck y'all.
yeah,
You know,
you ain't
shit.
crazy.
but
We
anyway,
need to,
y'all, it's 3 hours. Y'all closing thought, Mr. Warrens. What you got? Closing thoughts.
man, I just appreciate you, Miss T, beautiful sister. Appreciate you, ATL, man, brother. I
Time,
hope,
fam.
man, you had me rolling the other night, man. I had a blast.
Yeah.
I just want to show love and thank you for allowing me on your panel, sister. I
No
respect it,
problem. No problem.
and
Appreciate you, fam. Hey, this
and I
all
hope
love here,
everybody
man.
Look.
I hope everybody wake up with their right mind,
Mhm.
and the families are safe and
Hey,
well.
same here, bro. To you.
Exactly. And look, I be seeing you getting cute ass. I like all of y'all over there, but you and Q, y'all be getting at each other, man. Get him. I be like, get him.
Or they, they got a little problem with me when I be getting on their ass, and
Oh,
I'm supposed to take all the bites. I ain't supposed to bite back.
no. No, my
You know.
favorite one is, boy, well, look, Mr. Warren, you can tell he had that sauce that night. Well, he be getting froggy ATL. When you get at IOTDA, that be the most hilarious shit.
Man, he be capping though. He be,
Oh,
he come on and think he supposed to just tell you, anything. You supposed to believe it. Anyway,
yeah,
you
that's
ain't
it.
gonna get me stirred up on that.
I know, right?
Right.
He
You
It's
said,
gotta
too
give
late
"Kiss
me,
for
the
that.
night,
yeah,
kiss
right,
the
right.
night."
I'm through with
ATL,
that.
what you got on it? What you got on it?
Hey, man, I'm always rocking with you, man. I enjoy the panel every time. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let nobody talk about my man Spence. You know what I'm saying? That's my
I
motherfucking partner.
know.
You gonna
Look,
rub me the wrong way. That's where you get me mad at. You gonna rub me the wrong way.
the
Besides
wrong
that,
way. Look.
I love everybody. It's nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? But
Got nothing but love for you,
you
baby.
want to take it there, we're gonna take it there. But I love everybody, man. I hope everybody be safe and have a good night.
That's good. Miss ATL, what you got on it?
Be safe,
Ah,
stay kind, and have lots of love in your heart. Peace.
Salute, salute, salute,
Exactamundo.
Queen.
I know he said salute, Queen.
Don't sleep
Yes,
into the
thank
bad.
y'all. But see, when you count ATL as a Smiths fan, you got to count them twice because Miss ATL's in the
Yeah. They
background
two.
repping
They
them
2-on-1.
hard. Like they
Mhm.
2-1. But she
Yeah.
cool people. All right, Miss Queen, Miss ATL, unplug his ass.
Mhm.
Unplug
I'm
his ass. You tell
abort,
him.
abort,
I
abort,
know.
abort.
I'm unplugged tonight.
You unplugged tonight.
I'm unplugged
But
tonight.
I know that's right. But y'all, thank y'all for coming in and everything. I
We love
enjoyed
you,
my
Miss T.
time. Thank you. I love y'all too. And the words of Pamela James, how we say it, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.